All right, what is up? Welcome, Sporter Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brandman, Brian the Grizzly. What's going on, guys? How's your weekend?
Busy. Yeah.
Y'all know I had a tough ass weekend, so it's just for anyone who didn't hear about what's going on. So Friday, my mom got remarried. My dad was going to be there. My grandmother was going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. Get a call right before we walk into the courthouse from my dad saying that when he went to go pick my grandmother up, she wasn't breathing. So he called the ambulance and they pronounced her dead at like 1 o'clock, maybe 2 hours later. But we already knew that she was gone. She was had her clothes set out for the next day for the wedding. She was ready to go. He hadn't talked to her since like 10 o'clock that last night, and went there in the morning and found her passed away. So that was my Friday. So then I get called about this Friday before we walk into the courthouse, right? So, but no one wants me to say anything because they don't want my mom to find out because we don't want to ruin her wedding and during that time. So my dad's like, don't say anything to her. Make sure you don't ruin anything, and you can talk about it later. So I don't say anything, but I have to smile in the pictures and take pictures and be all that stuff. Then we get to the reception. My mom starts to really realize that a lot of people aren't there. She's like, where the hell is all these people? So then I had to pull her to the side and had to tell her what actually happened. And that was very difficult because I didn't want to, once again, didn't want to ruin her reception, but it kind of came down to the point where I had to, had to do something. I had to tell her because I didn't want her being upset because of something that she didn't know was going on. So, but I told her, and she was very sad, but she was thankful that I told her that she wasn't worried about what was going on, and then we were able to my dad was able to stay there and get everything kind of taken care of. And then on Sunday was my daughter's recital, so everyone kind of got together and we talked about all the things, and it went okay. It went okay. It's not the best thing, but I just want to let everyone know what happened, and that's just what it is. So
that's a long weekend, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry to hear about that. Stuff like that's never easy at all. And even more so when you have something going on like that's supposed to be festive and kind of go on without a hitch. That's I'm sorry to hear.
I will say that all the love I got from everybody, even from channel, from everyone else, I mean, just everyone around has been so good and very helpful. It's not something I like talking about all the time, but I try to get it out the way. So, it's out there to open. We already know it's not something that's kind of underlining. Just want to get it off my chest. Like, this is what it is. And really just thank everybody who kind of reached out and I appreciate it. I really do. I think it hits you differently because I had to go to her house today, and that was a little difficult. But it's good to get it off my chest and to talk about it and to be here with you guys.
Yeah, that's rough. But like you said, like it's always good to distraction. I don't know if distraction is a good word or not, but.
No, but it is. It's like I've just been keeping moving. I don't want to sit there and think about it too much. You just want to enjoy, and be out here with you guys. Because I mean, honestly, this is my way, my escape. You guys are a part of that. Being able to talk about comic books, be able to talk about movies, be able to talk about TV shows. I was just one bigger for it. I was with Jen. Jen is in the building. She's in the chat right now. I was just over there with Anzo and Jen, talking about the Devil in Silver. We talk about because From was a phenomenal episode. We got Vampire Lestat that came out that I was like, bruh. That was like an LSD trip with some ecstasy and some cocaine all together in one. So that was just episode 1. So it's incredible. So and then of course, by the power of Greystone, I have the power. So
I'm so jealous. I've been seeing all weekend of people with the damn sword. I was like,
But B, I'm gonna try to get you the castle maybe tomorrow because I'm gonna be out there tomorrow.
Yeah, and if I should be in the area and I can hand you cash, I can Venmo you
I don't
whatever you
care
want me
about
to
that.
do.
I just want to get you the damn castle, bro. You know,
get it off my face.
I'm actually in the early stages of cleaning again because I usually do that deep cleaning like before
you had
even
the
though I got
parties.
like even though I have well over a week and a half, I'm gonna get a shelf from Target so that I can like place my my movie collectibles on.
Yeah.
So I think at some point tomorrow I'm gonna pick that up.
I will tell you that the one at Walmart right now, you can buy it's on sale for $35. You can buy 2 of those for us and get it delivered.
That's what I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Those ones behind you?
Yeah, these are all $35.
All the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I was looking at one at Target and it was a lot more money, and Brian's like Walmart, and I looked, I'm like, oh, it's basically the same thing. The back is a little cheaper, but it's not like you can see the back.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
You know, but and it's not like crazy, but yeah, definitely that's the way to go.
Good to know. Yeah, maybe because I might even get out there to the south suburbs at some point this week. So I might just hold off and go there.
No, 100%. But you can get delivered, you know, it won't cost you anything, especially because it's not coming from the store. It'll be free delivery then. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me check that out then. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hit some of these comments, everybody.
Yeah. Trying now. You want to get them? I'm trying to.
Yeah. Got Collector in the building. Says, "Hey, Spoiler Kings, what's up, Collector? How you feeling? How you guys doing tonight? I almost thought you guys weren't going to go live. Now what happened? So took the day off. Like, how dare you take the day off? You know you have to do all the work for everything on those show days. No, he would take the day off, so he didn't get it done early because he does it at work. He literally does it at work all the time. He works all these things afterwards. So you know, it's
like I do a lot of the editing during my lunch and stuff like that.
Hardest working man in show business, guys. You don't know. Mama Bear says, "Hello, boys.
What's up?
I got Jen the teacher, but she's Jen the great, honestly. So she said, greetings, Spoiler Kings. Appreciate you being in, Jen, with our chat, our spoiler crew. Yeah, they are wonderful. These are the greatest people in the world. So glad you're here. You got Fernando, what's good? Collector says, hey, Tank, Brian, and Brandman, did you hear that the state of California and New York are suing Paramount for the Warner Brothers merger? Both states are, and they are putting a lock on it. 100% that's going to happen. There's other states going to try it too.
Yeah, there's going to be more. Don't be surprised, Illinois. Don't get on that list.
Well, Illinois, F Illinois. F everyone else. You do this to my Bears. F y'all. So I don't care. I give 2 shits about what's going on right now.
Ruining it.
Oh my goodness. Mom Bear says sitting hugs. That's a tough situation. To know whether to share or on a happy occasion. It was difficult. But I think I did it right for my mom, and I wanted her to have a good experience. This is just, we're a pretty tight knit family. So without my dad's side of the family, she was like, what the hell is happening? So we need to make sure that I need to make sure that she knew what was going on. And she knows the love is there still. So Fernando says, happy Maniac Monday, everyone. It's crazy. Bro, when we talk about the vampire Lestat, I'm going to just tell you, like, that was crazy. And that's episode 1.
Oh man,
like,
it sure was.
Shit.
Yeah.
It very much it very much set a specific tone for what the rest of the season is, hopefully. And I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I was like, man, this is a lot. I have to think about. As we're talking about it, it's going to really hit me for how much I enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it. I haven't even got to that point. I'm just still trying to just understand what I got. Just a lot. Oh, Jen said, Fear and Loathing.
I actually,
it's like watching Fear and Loathing. Like being on an LSD trip like and all that's all the that's lights good. And all the stuff that's going on in the stream of consciousness, because it was written in the stream of consciousness. So it's kind of like from one thing to the next. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I actually rewatched it a couple of times because I obviously I watched it when it first came on last night. And then I had to kind of process it, and I watched like the Q&A after it, and then when they re-aired it, I rewatched it again. Actually, just before I hopped on here, I just for good measure, just so it was still fresh in my mind, I rewatched it again a third time or yeah.
I feel you. Mama Bear says, "Hey Jen, hey Collector." So hugs to you again, Brian, and your family. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful, honestly. Hey Fernando, hey Mama Bear. Distraction is part of my job. 100%, Mama Bear. Jen said, yes, sir. I remember on my first daughter's recital 10 years ago. It was a very special time. So my baby has now been doing ballet since she was 5. So this is her 14th recital. So she has two every year. So it's a 14th recital. And yeah, my baby started at a point and doing a lot of big things, so as I get older, she's getting older, I can see her turn into this wonderful woman and see her do something that she loves, and it's just wonderful to watch. So yes, Brian. I lost my dad 7 years ago. I know what you're going through. Honestly, I just appreciate all the understanding, because it is tough. It really is tough. And, I was blessed to say when I was born, I had my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother and my great-grandmother and my grandmother all alive. So like I had to experience multiple years, like people, my great-great-grandmother was born in like 1889. My great-grandmother was born in 1913. My grandmother was born in 1939. Like I had a lot of, time with all of them. My great grandmother didn't die until I was almost 30. So I spent a lot of time.
That's awesome though. These women. So yeah, you got to spend like them a lot of time with like that many grandparents.
Like we have a family tree that dates us back all the way to the time we came into the United States, like from like 1792 or something like that when we first got there. So like we have a family tree that does that, and it's a big thing and keeps on getting added to it. So family matters a lot to me, and I've been blessed. I really have been.
That's awesome.
Sport Kings, have you seen Michael's numbers since returning to the IMAX? $900 million plus coming Monday. So IMDb has it at 888. I've already seen things saying it's now 913. When you see the IMAX and Japan, when you have the international, it's going to get close to that, Bill. Because Super Mario Galaxy just hit the $1 billion mark on Box Office Mojo.
Which I'm surprised on that, because how they. You can watch it at home, but summer vacation started, so and we can watch Mario at home. No, you can't get out of the house.
Get your stuff out of the house, exactly. But also summer camps, buying tickets, and the Saturday morning ones, early morning, opportunity for kids. So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Brian Tank Brandman, in 13 days, House of the Dragon season 3 starts. I'm so excited. I think tomorrow I'm going to start rewatching the first and second season.
Nice.
I'll say I was disappointed in the second season.
Yeah.
Same.
And only because they told us something was going to happen, and we've been waiting a long time. You know how I do. I don't like anticipation. Like saying it's going to happen. You're going to get dragons. You're going to get dragons, and you wait too long. I don't like that. You can CC and Andor right here. Like you, just, there right there. I was so disappointed to see Masters of the Universe flopped.
That's what I heard. I didn't see the box office yet.
Oh yeah, so Scary Movie was definitely #1 overall for the weekend. It wasn't even close. It was $54.3 million by Scary Movie. Masters of the Universe did $29.4 million.
Wow.
Backrooms did 26.3. I believe Scary Movie worldwide is about $100 million, and I believe Masters of the Universe is somewhere around 50. Can't quote me. What is it? $54 million. So Scary Movie whooped that ass. And I promise you, I have a problem with Scary Movie. I cannot wait to review it because I got some problems. I got some center problems. I got some Michael problems, and I got some stupid ass ending problems. So
I saw it. Yeah, I
haven't seen it yet.
I caught it. I caught it early today.
Oh, gee, okay.
Yeah,
there's some issues I got, man. I can't wait.
I'm still trying to put I'm still trying to formulate my complete thoughts on it.
Man. So what up, Mama Bear? My daughter was 3 months old when my father passed. By that point, I had to run out. I ran out of grandparents. Oh, that's awful. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The Sport Kings going for a double showing of Masters of the Universe on IMAX tomorrow. Dude, that's awesome.
Cool.
Dude, I love watching that movie. I've watched it now twice.
I saw it twice.
It's fun. It's yeah. I can't wait to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. Might find time to go again.
No, honestly, I want to do it, but I want to have I want to be able to wear a pink shirt and then pretend like I'm small, and then try to have small man energy, and then just rip it. I got the dude, you were already gigantic. I can't do that. He should be able to do it because he's too big.
I feel like, you know what? I feel like that was a nod to the original series where even though Adam was like a dweeb in his Prince Adam form, he was still arms. He was still clearly like a jacked dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious. All right. Mama Bear says flopped. It hit second place. And I think this is the type of movie for me that I think is going to continue to grow. I wouldn't be surprised if next weekend we hear it make $28 million, and the weekend after that it makes $26 million. It just continues to do these $20 million type of things. So the box office it hits.
Yeah, I'm clinging to the hope that that the positive response to the movie will give it legs. Fingers crossed, because I'd love this to continue on. I'd love some sequels. I'd love a spinoff.
They gave us enough post credits for sequels.
3 of them, and all 3 of them were phenomenal.
Yep.
Say Teague. Jen says, "I'm so excited to meet the Kings." Jen, we're gonna have to get you on here when we're doing something. We're doing all these things because she watches all the same stuff. We'll get you on here. We'll talk about all this stuff. Jen is phenomenal. So,
very. I see her on when you guys are talking. Oh my God, what's that show?
The Devil in Silver or From?
The Devil in Silver. The Devil in Silver.
So Lestat was insane. Fear and Loathing in Lestat.
that's probably the most spot on comparison that I've heard so far.
That's great.
Oh yeah,
that's great. That's a great way to put it.
So it looks like the Knicks are going to go up 3-0 in a nail biter, and I do not believe so. I think San Antonio's going to win this game. What up, Drew? Say everybody, what's up? Spoiler Kings, the first episode is set in 3 different time periods. That's all I will say.
Of Lestat?
It gotta be House of Dragons, because Lestat was.
Yeah, it was different. It was jumping around.
It was jumping around.
I don't know about time periods. Yeah, you might be talking about House of Dragon then.
Let's say, hey Drew. Awesome news. I ordered 2 of the Lego Spider-Man brand new day sets, and they're coming tomorrow. And this Saturday, there's a karaoke night where they will be doing karaoke roulette.
Nice.
That sound like Brand Man right there. Karaoke roulette.
Any karaoke opportunity I will take. I will never say no to karaoke. I'm getting I downloaded this new app for karaoke that I'm having over here next week.
Nice.
Yeah. I gotta figure out which karaoke songs I'm doing. So yeah.
Make a playlist.
Yeah. Yeah, karaoke is my jam. I absolutely love karaoke.
I am such a 90s R&B dude. It is ridiculous. I know you guys rock, but I am such a 90s R&B. I can do that all day. So I know you guys aren't big fans of the movie, but I just wanted to tell you that the interview with the vampire, the movie, is getting 4K released this fall. Not that I don't think I have a problem with the movie. I just don't think it's as good as the show. I just a fine movie.
I think the first movie's pretty good. I just think they have more wiggle room with the show. I think the show's I think the show's they could do they like I said, I've said this over and over and over again. You could just do more in the context of a show with these book adaptations. I kind of think that's the way to go. But yeah, no, I thought the movie was pretty solid. I thought
like a classic,
Yeah, it was a little bit drier, but and this is very much played up a lot more. But I think that's one complaint really about the movie. But that's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah. Now, the Queen of the Damned movie, I had more of a negative response to. Even though as a teenager, I thought it was like the greatest thing ever. But
I just love Aaliyah. She could have said nothing. I'd be like, let's go. Even though she went in that movie for like 15 minutes.
And I remember when it came out, I vividly remember in all the ads they put her in the forefront. Like she was going to be the main character. She was front and center on the posters. It was all about her in the trailers. And then you get to the movie and it's like 10, 15 minutes of screen time max. So they were totally exploiting her death when it came to that, which I hated. But she was gonna I would have loved to have seen where her career would have been today. Because she definitely had what it takes to have a lot of longevity in both singing and acting.
I'll tell you this: I believe that Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce if Aaliyah was still alive.
Thank you.
Ooh,
thank you,
man. That's interesting.
I'm not saying anything wrong with Beyonce. I'm not saying that. I don't think she would have had the opportunity if Aaliyah was still alive. I don't think she would have had it.
Yeah.
There was a void there, and Beyonce stepped right into it, and she did phenomenal with it. But there was a void there because Aaliyah was gone.
Yeah. And honestly, man, I think Aaliyah had a little more what's the word? I think, and this is not a
be careful of the beehive.
Take away anything from Beyonce at all.
Pick your next
incredible
word
singer, incredible entertainer. Incredible singer, incredible entertainer. She's almost like a modern day she's a modern day diva, and I mean that in the best way possible. But I think Aaliyah had like a little more, kind of in both singing and acting. Beyonce's kind of I'm kind of like
not a good
like actress. This with her as an actress.
She's a phenomenal singer, and she has a good personality, and she looks great, and she has a cool family and everything. But Leah was a better actress, I think so, because she can be a little more unassuming.
Yeah, I think Aaliyah was able to do both. She would have had a lot of longevity as both a singer and an actress, because even think what you will of the two movies that she showed up in, but I think that she had a lot of charisma and acting talent that she had showcased in Queen of the Damned, and what was the other one? Romeo Must Die. Yeah. So yeah, I would have loved to have seen where she would have been today.
All right, Spoiler Kings, if you pay attention to the earlier on, most certainly with Armana and Louis' physical state in the opening, you know wild things are coming after that opening. Well, dude, after the end of the episode, wild things are coming. So I mean, you have craziness just everywhere. This thing was off the fucking wall, and
right.
So some things I knew was going to happen, but I was surprised that they showed a lot of it. I was like, "What? This is what we're doing?" This is going to be a trip, man. I made sure I was not drinking. I am totally sober while I'm watching this because I don't know if I can follow it if it's any other way.
It's gonna be a wild season.
I know. They were kind of ever since they announced it, and it's crazy to think that it's been almost 2 years since they announced this season, by the way. What little things they were kind of touting, or kind of hinted that this was going to be a lot more off the wall and crazy. Which I appreciate. I know we're going to talk about it, but
all those things.
Yeah, but like the tonal shift is one of my favorite things about it. I'm so happy they made that creative decision, because it doesn't try to be Interview with the Vampire, nor should it.
Although I guess no little spoiler. There are some homages to that kind of Tom Cruise. There's a few shots like that they kind of like briefly like did the flashes because there's a lot of that. I'm like, did they do that on purpose? And I'm like, I can see them doing it on purpose. One, because like it's a time period, but two is like, oh, you specifically pick that look because that was like Tom Cruise's look in that movie. So, I dug it.
Yeah,
but it just shows like, yeah, that movie was, it was something important. It still is for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mom Bear says, when it comes to Michael, the big question is, has Anzo played up? So I ain't got to pay for Michael. So you set the over under of 500 and put a comic online. So not for Michael, for Devil Wears Prada. And yes, he still has to pay up, and he was wrong. He was wrong about all of it. I told him that Devil Wears Prada was going to be week 2 is going to be a big number, that it was going to do more than Michael on week 2. I was right about that. I was right about the over $600 million. I was right about that. But you know what the whole thing is? We already know because we're dealing with Anzo, right? So we know kind of what to expect with him, because whenever he says anything,
and you are wrong. All of you are wrong.
Always. And that he's...
The hatred is strong in you, Anzo. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Kaka.
100%. Darth Kaka. So no, it was Michael. It wasn't. I said it was Michael will make $1 billion, and he is right. He did say that. Devil Wears Prada is at $663.5 million, and he didn't think it was going to make the 400. So he was just super wrong about that. I've only had one grandma in my life. She was born in 1924. She passed away in the year 2014. My grandpa was born in 1924. He died in 1994. My grandfather passed away in 2012, and then so yeah. But that's one of them. My other grandfather is now 92 years old, and he was actually at the wedding. So, I was on like 6 or 7 when my grandpa passed away. I hear you, Collector. I'm sorry about that. My condolences for that. Spoiler King Scary Movie 6 will be running into the summer box office wall when Disclosure Day, Minions, Toy Story 5, Evil Dead, Burn, The Odyssey, Spider-Man, and Brand New Day arrive. You didn't say Supergirl, man.
I'm getting more excited for Supergirl, especially after rereading the graphic novel. But that Disclosure Day, I'm really excited for. Anything Spielberg, especially if this is if it really ends up being as good as they're saying. But Spielberg, very 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 seldom has he made anything that hey,
very, testing it out, make sure it looks good.
Oh no, I'm saying that about Supergirl. But yeah, Disclosure Day, and me, I almost forgot that it was coming out this Friday.
Not me.
Yeah.
I had my tickets for a while.
So I got to make time. That might be a yeah, if not Friday, definitely Thursday.
Yeah, so Sunday's my
Early
birthday.
afternoon.
I turned 41 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be enjoying do whatever the hell I want to do. I'm taking off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, doing whatever the hell I decide to do. We're just gonna be doing it. Click this one because it's one the stage season finale of House of the Dragon season 3. I would definitely like to come on and talk about it. Let's get to it first before we talk about that. So 100% we'll think about talking about it because I know Derpy's going to want to talk about Supergirl because he loves DC. We have a lot of things that we want to do. We want to involve all of our people and really enjoy it. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. You know, I've never done karaoke. Really?
You don't know what you're missing. Get on that.
I think I gotta have a certain level of liquor in me to get up there.
If I drink the rest of this, I'll be ready to karaoke. Damn, I'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got the background set. That's what I was doing, in case anybody was wondering.
So, what's Brandon's favorite karaoke song?
Oh, I have more than one. I like doing "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses. That's probably like my favorite one to do. I like doing "I'm Just Ken." I like doing what's the other one? What like doing "Rollin'" by Limp Bizkit.
Oh jeez.
And I think those are like my top 3.
Okay.
Welcome to the Jungle. I kind of want to see that. I want to see that.
I have a video of it. I have a video of me doing it on my Facebook, actually.
So I haven't either. Collector. He-Man was a flop to me. It felt like a movie made for 8-year-olds. Made for 8-year-olds. I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't. It was made for 48 8-year-olds that were 8 when they originally came out. That's what it was for. So Daniel continues to be my favorite fledgling vampire MVP. I was talking about Lestat episode 1 with the different year jump around with the opening beginning with the auction. You're 100% because the auctions in the future when Louis loses his leg and his foot. Yeah, so that guy, Armand's eyes is going. Yeah, there's a lot that goes on. So that was the future. And then we had the past and with him and Louis with before the interview with the vampire book came out when Louis was telling them. So we had that, and then we had the more nowish type of stuff that going on 2025, which this is set in. So yeah. So what's up with Neek? So I'm the bear. I've never seen the movie Queen of the Damned. Don't go. You don't have to.
Keep it that way. Yeah.
It was a disappointment. That was a disappointment.
The past 3 karaoke nights I've had themes 70s, 80s, and 90s, and tell how crazy this sounds. When the 80s night happened, I sang Straight Out Compton, but NWA I had to censor myself a lot. I wouldn't. You have to. Nah, I wouldn't. Not me. I'm going to. They jam enough lore into info dump into the first episode of Lestat. They had a lot of lore in there. 100%. So 90s hip hop is the best. I love 90s hip hop and R&B. I love 90s. 90s was the time.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, even rock.
Yeah, it was.
Even if I talk about rock, I love 90s shit. Everything 90s was just hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So don't summon the beehive. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because they will come and end us all. Come and get your clothes, burn them all. Terrible.
Burn them all.
So facts. If she was still alive, Beyonce would never have been as big as she is now. She's a solid entertainer without a question, but Leah would have dominated as an actor singer. I think Beyonce wouldn't have had the stage to become this unbelievable thing because she is very creative. She's very great at a lot of stuff. I just don't think she would have had the stage to do it. That's all.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun to watch. It sure was. Ozzy says, "Watch your mouth. I ain't gotta watch nothing. Come and make me. This is my show, brother. So come and make me. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Walk you. You want me walking over here? You let me back." There's a scene in the episode where Lestat has a blonde wig on while putting contacts in. That's a total jab at Tom Cruise's Lestat. That fake Lestat.
I thought that's what it was. You know what? I was kind of questioning whether that was a jab at Tom Cruise, because even when they first put out like the Comic-Con trailer, like 2 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, but like they had the Lestat stand in with dark hair and goth clothes, which was like a jab at Stuart Townsend before Sam Reed comes in and like replaces him and has him move.
I didn't see it at that, but I mean, now looking back at it, I mean, yeah, I can, but I mean, it made sense into the story, with the fake Lestat.
No, it did, but the idea that you have a fake Lestat too.
Yeah.
So we can't talk too much about it because I don't want to do a review, but yeah. Out of the three main members of the group NWA, who is your favorite? Mine is Ice Cube.
Eazy-E.
I'm a Dre.
Yeah.
Even though Dre. Ice Cube might be the only tough, good person in the group. Because I'll tell you that Dre got a lot of problems. Eazy-E, we know he has problems. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Dre's my favorite, but Cube is probably one. Yeah. No one cares for some girl gang. Yeah, you earned that, Brandon. Kangs, what's up? What's up, Tony? How you feeling, brother?
Tony.
Say I'm really bad at singing, so that's why I've never done karaoke. That's the point. That's why.
That's why you do it. You think I'm Marvin Gaye?
Out there saying what's going on. I see you. It's all right. So do we have any trails tonight? We do have two, but we want to get some of these reviews done tonight because we don't want to stay too late, and that's why I'm going to kind of go through these faster. I'm a choir singer, not a soloist. Dude, I got supreme confidence in everything, so I'll just be trying. Spoiler Kings, I'm so hyped for it's a Final Fantasy VII Part 3 dropping in January. What I am not happy about is the Sephiroth English VA being replaced. Sephiroth English VA being replaced for the last game.
Is he? I didn't know that. Because the last one, I don't know who did the one in the last two parts. But he was good. I didn't mind it. But I didn't even know it was coming out in January. I was kind of wondering, like, when is it coming out? Because it's well, I love Final Fantasy VII, and then like the remake is I thought it's so well done. It's just I didn't know because I was like, that first part came out. I'm like, cool. So I'm like 20 minutes into the original game. Like, this is a 3-disc PlayStation 1 game. This shit, like, I was like, we need, like, how many games do they plan on dropping? How many parts? So, yeah.
At least 3.
It's gonna be a lot more than 3.
What up, William? How you doing? William Cinema. I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you coming.
Collector told him to come here. Appreciate that.
That's awesome. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi to him. Tonight is the Los Angeles premiere of House of the Dragons, and people are reporting that season 3 episode 1 is one of the longest episodes in the whole season with 72 minutes.
Nice. Better be.
Anzo says, you spoke too soon, Fernando. Spurs win. Say, hey. So that the guy who played Lestat in Queen of the Dam was the initial actor who on the set of The Lord of the Rings as Aragorn until he dipped.
I did not know that.
I think Peter Jackson fired him like a couple of days into filming because he realized he wanted someone older for the role.
I think you're right. He got fired.
If memory serves me correctly.
That's interesting.
Shortly. They forgot about Dre. Okay. Spoiled Kings, make sure to say hi to William. Yeah, no, I suggested in the live stream here in chat. Of course, hey, we're gonna go through all of this. Make sure we talk to everybody. So get to him. So I met Easy E when I was a kid, and looking at it now, it's interesting. He was in the back of a car with two women, and he told me stay in school. And I laughed and said, "You didn't."
That's funny.
Spoiler King so ready to put House of Pain on blast. Come on, 4th of July. All right, I see you. That's gonna be a cool karaoke. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tyler Hoechlin was in the VA for the first two games.
Oh, he was. Yeah. Because when we met him, I remember we brought it up.
And it actually says it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it on his thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm a bear. I've always been a smart ass. 100%. Easy E was also a rapper. May he rest in peace. We got books, girls, and purrs. I'm glad you're here because we can talk about Lestat now. Now she's here.
I'm right in time.
So I love it, Ace. Hey, books. Everyone say hey, books. And we are caught up. Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Collector says, hey guys, I just thought we have an awesome idea for a game. They should do a Masters of the Universe video game.
I'd be down for it. Depending on the approach they take. That's something
that talk about Master of the Universe. We could talk about that, and does that actually work?
It all comes down to money.
Hey,
Francis got to make money.
How you doing in that?
You're just on time.
Yep, right on time. Let's
get right.
do this.
Right into Vampire Lestat. Oh man. So I missed out on the $30 a year one. I was so pissed. I'm so pissed I missed it. And I was about to bug Brian last night, and then I just got busy with a bunch of other stuff. So then today, I'm like, fuck it. I'll just get the 7-day free trial and I figure it out later. Since I signed up through my TV, which is a Samsung, I get 90 days for free. I was like,
hey,
oh shit. That's all I need, man. That's way more than what I need. So it works out. So I get 90 days for free. So I get to watch the stat for free.
That's
because of my TV. So hell yeah. Oh man. So I might up watching it today.
So they have a video game coming out. It's like the Curse of the Hidden Pearl. I think you are right.
Yeah, that
it'll be fun.
Forgot when exactly it's coming out, but it's like a side-scrolling, like old school style beat 'em up, which I'll probably play. I'm probably gonna have to actually get a new external hard drive for my PS5 because all my all my disk spaces. Yep.
Yeah.
That says congratulations, brother.
Yes. Yeah, free AMC. I mean, $30 was such a good deal. I'm so pissed I missed it, but
this has been pushed back twice, but supposedly he's going to come out before the end of the summer. Okay. Good to see. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get into it. All right. Where we at? Let's go. All right. What is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are here again with you guys. Talking with, I don't know what to call it. Some people are like, it's season 3 of Interview with the Vampire.
No, it's a rebranding. I like it's a
rebranding. Yeah,
Vampire Lestat season 1.
You got to give him his own thing. It's so fitting because it is the next season, but it's his season, and so it is the Vampire Lestat, season 1. The beginning of it that we've been waiting for so long. I think Brandon said it earlier. 2 years, I think they announced it.
It's been just a little, roughly under 2 years. Since the last season ended, because right after that they announced season 3.
Yeah,
like almost immediately after it. They
super quick.
Yeah, they announced season 3. And that it was going to be based on Vampire Lestat, which I know I had said time and again every time we had talked about Interview with the Vampire that I hope at least one of the seasons would be about the vampire Lestat because it's my favorite book in the series.
Looks like we can get 2.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, so we got episode 1. We got that came out yesterday. So we're gonna be talking about all episode 1. Detroit. Yeah, Detroit. We're talking about Detroit. Yeah. So full spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you pause this video here. Go check that episode out. Come back and go in the comments and leave some comments. If you're watching live, join in and let us know what you guys think as we go along.
Danny on right now. What am I talking about?
Oh, that's right.
Danny, can you jump on before we do? We should just have Danny come in right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, I'm sending this to you right now.
I forgot. Tina's a big fan of the Interview with the Vampire stuff too. We got to get her on. Talk about that.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Ready for Queen of the Dam,
dude. So, do you think? How long do you think they wait for Queen of the Damned? Do we get a season 2 of Vampire Lestat and then Queen of the Damned?
I think that's the way I see them going, or they might even. I feel like they could even work elements of Queen of the Damned into the second season.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that happening. I haven't read the book, so I don't know. But they might blend it together a little bit, possibly.
Tina says, "Nah, they're gonna go right straight into Queen of the Damned."
You think so? Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that Vampire Lestat might go 2 seasons. That's what I'm saying. Like, but is it 2 seasons of Vampire Lestat, or is it really beginning of it is Vampire Lestat and it ends and goes right into Queen of the Damned because he's talking about her right now?
They could do it that way. They could definitely do it that way. If they depending on how this season pans out, I don't think I'd necessarily mind them kind of working little elements of Queen of the Damned into a second season, but I feel like they'd have to hold off until the second season to do that. But I think really I think even if they just dedicated 2 seasons to each of these kind of core books, I'd be good with that too. So even if they wanted to wait and give Queen of the Damned its own 2 seasons, assuming this is going to get its own 2 seasons as well, I'd be fine with that. I think there's more room to do it justice that way. But you don't want to dawdle.
Could you see that you only do 1, so you don't have to worry about them, kind of like waiting too long in one story,
dragging it out,
and people losing interest in it.
That was exactly what I was getting at. That's why if they worked Queen of the Damned into the Vampire Lestat, depending on the when, that might be a good course of action too, just to kind of maintain, momentum and not lose the entrance of the viewers.
Yeah, I think said they're speaking through the Lestat story. Okay, all right. So like I said, I haven't read the books, so I have no idea how quick it's going. But I mean, and also like speeding through Lestat's story would make sense with the style that they're going through, right? Very trippy.
Yeah, and
we're already getting where he's not a reliable or he's not at least a good storyteller or a good narrator, because he's constantly like bouncing around.
Yeah. Stream of consciousness is like you run from here to here to here to here. That's just streaming. It's
like, wait, we'll get to that. Wait, let's go back.
It's super. It's super kinetic. Danny,
what's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm pretty good.
Well, before we get into this, I just want to ask you guys a question real quick. When you saw Lestat texting back Moine Choi, right? Who did you assume that he was texting?
Wait, let's not get into it yet, man.
I want to know, because I mean, I had 4 people and none of them were who it was.
Yeah. That was a good way to end the episode.
Yeah,
because now you're just like, holy shit. Should we just like officially restart it?
Yeah, let's just restart.
Yeah, restart it. Yeah, that works with me. All right, and we got Danny with us. Anybody? Y'all know him. All right. Where we at? Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are here talking about Vampire Lestat, the first episode titled Detroit. It's the beginning of his side of the story. As we get through a lot of his well, he said he started in the middle, so I was like, it's not even the start of his story; it's the middle of his story that we're getting. But it's pretty much all Lestat. Daniel's there, trying to help him out and stuff like that.
Bro, that's MVP, so, Daniel. You got to put some respect on his name. MVP, Daniel. Let's go.
Is it MVP or is it more like, hey, I don't want my story to go away? I think it might be a little selfish a little bit. Yeah. But we're gonna get into all of it. So we got spoilers. So make sure you guys check out that episode. Come back and jump in the comments. Let us know what you think about it. If you're in the live chat, let us know what you think. We'll bring up the comments throughout the episode. But we got special guests this week. We got Danny, Road to Wisdom, Chaos Central. He's on there all the time too. So appreciate Danny coming in, hanging out with us for the night. But yeah, we'll just jump right into it. We'll start with Danny. What you think about this episode?
Man, this first episode was wow. I couldn't have to keep up with it. I was like, what is he doing? Who is this person? Was this? I'm really liking Daniel.
Yeah.
And Lestat, I didn't think that they could be affected by blood like
the toxicity.
I didn't think they could be inebriated and that kind of stuff. I thought they were that was kind of like, ooh, that's different. But
I think they talked about that in last season, right? With Louis and Danny. Or not Danny. I don't want to mix up you, Danny, and Daniel. Because didn't Daniel get high and then Louis
said,
drank his blood and then he got high and then Armand's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
I didn't understand why they burned the disc in the auction. I didn't. So I'm not really familiar
with we could talk about
that story. I guess I'll grow into it, but I don't like all the chaotic jumping back and forth. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. I like the more the way that Louis tells the story.
Yeah, more kind of
cohesive,
more cohesive, more linear.
Yeah.
Like a good storyteller.
Here to here, and jump from there to there. I'm like, I gotta watch it again because I know I'm missing things.
100%.
Well, but that's all kind of makes sense. I mean, Lestat's been alive for so much longer. Imagine having that many memories in your head where it's just like, was it yesterday or was it 100 years ago? Where Louis, he's still new-ish. What, like maybe 100 years at this point?
I thought Lestat was like
256 years old.
Yeah, but Louis is like,
I'm really trying to figure out why Louis didn't kill Armand, because he's gonna be a pain in his side until he actually does it. And then I didn't understand. I didn't think they could get injured, but like one lost an eye, like one lost a leg or something. I don't know how are they ever gonna address that?
Oh, they will.
There was a lot of questions.
I'm sure.
Understand. So this season should be very interesting. How many episodes is it gonna be?
7, I think. 7 or 8.
I thought it was 8.
It should be very interesting because
I think you're right
now I'm totally lost.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I definitely get that. I think I appreciate
7.
I think I appreciate the shift in like the storytelling style, because I think it suits Lestat. Even Louis has said, and as I was watching it, I kept thinking back to Louis' brief line to describe Lestat early on in the show, which is he's a lot. So for a character as just extra as Lestat and someone who's constantly doing the most, the non-linear, unreliable and very kinetic, all over the place method of storytelling just suits the character, and that goes for the tonal shift as well. So I appreciate that. I like just how different it feels in comparison to its predecessor, because again, I think it suits the character. I like how I like the narration. I like Sam Reed's just kind of cadence and delivery of the roles. It's very much what I picture Lestat to be growing up with the books. So I like it in that regard as well. And Daniel is becoming probably more and more one of my favorite characters. I enjoy just how much he relishes in being a vampire, especially considering his life trajectory before vampirism. So I think it very much makes sense that he's kind of flourishing right now and thriving. And I think it's set a tone that really kind of piqued my interest in terms of seeing how the rest of the events are going to unfold over the next 6 episodes. And on top of that, I really like the music. I like I like the flashy glam rock that they're doing. If they put out an album, I'm definitely gonna pick it up.
They are. 100% they are. Yeah.
Start doing those for karaoke.
I think for me, they gotta control the chaos. If it gets too chaotic,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope they can control the chaos. I noticed that there can be chaotic things, but it gotta be controlled and have a rhythm to it, like Brian Man said, a cadence. But if it's just here, there, all over the world, I'm not saying I'm gonna watch it because I like the series.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I like the order to things. You can have chaos, but it gotta be controlled.
Yeah,
this one was all over the place.
Yeah, you have to. I definitely agree there that you have to know when and when not to, because if you do too much of it, you'll only self-sabotage. And that's unfortunate. That would be a quick and easy way to really kneecap the show, which I hope doesn't happen.
Yeah, pure chaos. It really was. Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about the first episode?
All right. So for me, I was watching and I was like, this is like being on LSD and cocaine and like and ecstasy all the same damn time. Like it is a problem. Like I'm watching this, I'm like, what the hell is happening? It's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not necessarily in the glam rock. I'm not in anything like that, but I like what they're trying to go at, as long as they do make it. I don't need to be linear. I just need to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need. I don't need to be linear, because in the books, the books are more linear, but that's not who Lestat is. So to be true to that character, you can't just do straight edge thing. That's just not who he is. It's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen the entire time. But I want it to be enough for me to enjoy storytelling and its foundation. And I think they can do that. I think it's a difficult thing, but I also think having only 7 episodes now, and I know it's only 7 instead of 8, you can just stick with the story and just get the feeling, and then have Daniel frame what's going on. So let Lestat be Lestat, and let Daniel frame it in that context. And I think if you do it that way, it still could be true to its foundation, to his overall source.
Mm-hmm. I don't know the story like y'all. Did he refer to the queen like Natasha a couple times in there? I think he said something about the queen's blood.
Akasha.
Mm-hmm. Akasha, yeah.
He's talking about the queen of Daniel.
He did.
So he already has her blood in his. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is kind of tying to the Leah.
The Queen of the Dam.
Queen of the Dam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, because I believe it was. I don't know who, but I know like his Magnus was his creator, and he had the blood, so it's like.
So of course it kind of carried down.
Carried down. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I thought in the original movie that he didn't have the blood and he bit her, and that's when he got the blood.
Which is not true to the actual book and the story.
Okay.
Yeah, just pretend like that movie never happened.
Yeah, just forget. It's gone.
Pretend like it never happened.
Vampires. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's one of, if not the most powerful. And, and we haven't even seen him get there yet. So, yeah, he's still got to get there. But yeah, but I mean, speaking like that, like him finding out that he's like this super powerful vampire, I think he's gonna find that out a lot in this season because of the chaotic nature of wanting to be high, I guess, like he had that high feeling from his song. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting because I'm like, was it the pure ecstasy of how great he is, to himself as a musician, which I thought is funny and very Lestat-esque, or was it something else? Was something else happening and he didn't know about it, So I'm kind of curious to see how they go about that because now, he's chasing that feeling again, but the first episode was very chaotic, but it was also like it was chaotic as in like, all right, we gotta set his record straight of like this wasn't right, vampires urinating, it's like this is kind of stuff, the whole like vampire and sex kind of like Louis didn't have that right. So it was very chaotic, but it was a lot of like everywhere, but it was everywhere as in like I need to fix things. So as long as they do that, where like the chaos is focused in a certain like area, like, all right, this chaos of this episode is gonna be about his mom. This chaos is gonna be about his band. This chaos is gonna be, so as long as they kind of focus it and keep it, because if it starts getting everywhere all at once kind of thing, then it might get a little hard to follow. So that's definitely an issue.
It has to stay like some semblance of order because for new fans that don't know anything about it, if you walk into this, like my daughter was watching, she's like, "What is this?" And I was like, I don't know. This is the first episode, so it has to, for me, it has to have some kind of. It can have like I don't want to sound it can have the chaos, but it got to have something that's going to draw new viewers or people that maybe read the book casually or maybe saw the movie and said, "Oh, that was Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. This is a remake," but it has to make sense. If it's just chaos the whole time, I don't think it's going to get new viewers. It's going to get fans like us that like it. Previous fans of season 1 and 2, and those that read the books. But I think it'll get. I hope it'll get more.
There's a huge Anne Rice following, so I mean, I think that we're talking about hundreds, thousands of people, and there are so many people that love Anne Rice, and there we'll talk about it and we'll follow this and we'll care about it. Tina says, "Nah, in the books and the movie, he does bite her. That's how good Akasha's blood is directly. I believe that." And you tell me, right, Brandon, you tell me if I'm correct, that she offers him, and when I think we get into further into the story, she offers him her blood the first time, right? In the past, what we're talking about, she offers him her blood. And then later, when you get to more modern time, when you get into Queen of the Damned, then he bites her. But I thought like she like offered up the blood to him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm forgetting it, but I thought that's what happened.
I'm a little fuzzy, but like if memory serves me correctly, you're on the right track. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to go back and revisit the Queen of the Damned book, but I think. Because
I think in Queen of the Damned, she because in my time when she's trying to take over, that happens, and they feed on each other's blood too. And it's what I don't know. I have to go look through my book again, but I believe the first time she offered up her blood to him.
I'm gonna have to find my Queen of the Damned book and do the same thing. If we could reconvene on that.
Share notes. Man, I had no idea what the books are even. I have a little bit of what like my mom and my wife were telling me a little bit about stuff, but besides that, I have no idea. Yeah.
So A says she heard him playing the violin. He goes down to her and she turns her wrist to him and he takes a little bite. So Tina's right.
in the movie, right?
In the movie, she did that too. Then at the end, I think he stopped drinking the blood. I mean, he didn't stop till she was turned to cement or whatever.
But, like, I think the first time, like in the original book, I want to say it's in the Vampire Lestat book. Yeah, I think Tina just said in the book too. So yeah, it's in the Vampire Lestat book that she offered up her blood to him. You know, so I think that is very the same in both stories.
Okay, that was always under the assumption because I know he says it he says it in season 2. I think he says it to Armand. He's like, "Oh, I have the queen's blood in me or something." That's why I assume like, "Oh, is it just passed down as in the maker passes down, blah blah blah." So yeah. So and then that movie, I really don't remember that movie because I watched it once and that was it. What was that?
The one guy said he watched the after show. The after show is good.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I didn't have enough time, but definitely I'll probably watch the episode again and watch the after show thing. So I watched it behind the scenes.
I watched it.
Behind the scenes was good.
I hate when they start a episode and then they go back. Sometimes it works. This one, because to me, correct me if I'm wrong, he's dead, right?
Don't know.
We don't want to talk about that yet, but yeah,
okay.
That's part of the assumption because this is in the future. This is the beginning of it. It's in the future. You see Louis with his leg. You see with Armand. You see how his eye, and you see all the stuff going. Of Lestat is going up on auction.
I'm assuming it was some kind of war or something.
What's up, Lawrence? Yeah, I mean, and you see how it's going towards it. And it's kind of like you know where you're heading, but now you're trying to talk about how we get there.
Yeah. I like when they do storytelling like that, but it has to be done right. You can easily turn it into a big mess if it's not done right. Like, because you're like, oh, here's the end of the story.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna get to it eventually.
For this show, I don't know if that's gonna work.
See you, Tina.
Gotta wait to see, but
yeah. Man, that's
other shows and movies, you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I think sometimes that's overused.
Well, yeah, it's definitely
a lot of TV shows. It'd be like 2 days before or whatever, 24 hours before.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's like, okay, really?
Yeah, I think it should work with Lestat because of, especially they showed it in this episode of how wild of a storyteller he is. I know you guys brought it up too. It's this like he's like, oh, I'm gonna start in the middle. It was like, but we already are in the end. So we're talking in like the end of the story, and he's talking. He's like, well, I'm gonna go into the middle now. And then even while he's doing that, he's like, it flashes to the hall scene with all the other vampires. It flashes to the elevator scene with the girls. So it's like he's like, oh, let me get back to that. Well, we're headed. So I think that works with who he is as a character, but I feel like this is just a start of him really self-destructing. Like it's gonna get worse.
They don't do like Star Wars and try to outsmart themselves when they already got a proven formula. To me, season 1, season 2 was fantastic. I would keep it up, maybe amp it up here or there. I just hope in this story they don't try to outsmart themselves and try to change course too much. And it's already like the old saying, don't reinvent the wheel.
The wheel, yeah.
The first 2 seasons was fantastic. So I just hope this is good.
Yeah.
Ace says they say in the promotion of the season that he's already dead. But that's
I don't like that.
How much do you want to give of the story? You know what I'm talking about, Brandon? Like, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
It's like,
I'm not gonna like if Lestat's dead and
there's what like
Lover's still alive. I'm not gonna like that at all.
How many books are there? There's like 10 books,
bro. I'm just
saying there's 10 books,
and Lestat's in a lot of them. I'm just gonna let you know.
Lestat is the main character.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a misdirect.
Yeah,
they're gonna pull they're gonna there's gonna be a bait and switch at the end of the season. You know, that's what I'm counting on. So
there's 13. There's 13 books.
Yeah. I don't want Lestat dead and Armand still breathing.
I feel that.
I do not like Armand at all.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with you on that, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think they're even setting up like Queen of the Dam. We know that that's gonna happen. They already casted
Akasha.
Yeah. You know, so we already know the actress that's playing her. But I mean, I think they're also setting up the fourth book, you know, a little bit. They did a little bit in Telemasca. You know, that same character from Telemasca was in the beginning of this episode, you know, in the auction thing. You know, so they're getting ready to like this is gonna be a long. How many seasons did Walking Dead get? Like 10, 13, 12, 10, something. Yeah, like it's gonna be spinoffs. Yeah, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be like 10 seasons. You know, for sure.
Might be like what's the one with the two brothers that hunt ghosts and stuff?
Supernatural.
We talking about my Supernatural, man. Talking about
that? I didn't say it was what, like 21 seasons.
It's like 15. It was 15 seasons, and they kept on going. Matter of fact, they might start again. So, come on, let's go. Give me another more. Give me some more.
Back.
Oh, Sam and Dean, boy, they
100%.
Yeah. If you're not, he's gonna be okay. Yeah,
100%, guys.
Yeah,
I don't want to just take that out there, but yeah, he's going to be around.
Yeah. Daniel's my favorite character next to Louis. Yeah, Daniel's cool. Louis, we haven't got too much Louis yet. Well, you know, I'm kind of curious to see how he plays out in the story.
It kind of brings us back to the story, right? And to ask, you know, how did you guys feel that they did this story? We're going with him, Lestat, and Louis having those conversations and having, you know, being very much flirtatious and kind of being back on a good frame of mind between them, and then all of a sudden the book comes out and how Lestat is going through and rewriting and stuff. This should never happen. This never happened, and all this stuff. How did you feel about that entire those scenes?
Well, we saw them reconcile at the end of season 2, and so
I think
they always gonna have that connection. I don't.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be that love-hate thing. I really thought that was him, that Ma or whatever. That's what until we saw the lady at the end, I was like, okay, who is this? I think I know who it is, but I was like,
oh, you're not gonna like who it is.
Well, he tells you at the end.
I think it's his mom, right?
It is his mother.
Yeah, he says it at the end.
Did he change his mom or she made him?
He made her.
He's a fledgling.
Made her.
Yeah. He's her maker.
Yeah. Yeah, because at the end he's like, "Oh, she's a fledgling or whatever, a lover and mother." I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
No. I mean, but I knew that just from hearing other people talk.
Mother lover.
Exactly.
You don't get a lot of that stuff in Rice stuff. So I mean, it's just it is.
I got fast forward to get too crazy.
Yeah, but it was interesting. The whole what were you saying? Like how
but correct me,
Daniel.
He wasn't healing, was he?
Yeah, she healed him.
No, I'm saying when the mother came there, he was all cut up and like his shoulder looked all messed up, and then he still got them scars and stuff on him. So I thought vampires heal. They don't heal.
He does heal, but it doesn't all happen immediately. It's not like what you see in the TV shows or in the movies. It does take a little bit more time. But you see, I mean, we saw what Lestat did to Louis, which if you take it from Louis' point of view, being dropped, from 20 stories out, all the stuff that, or the fact that, Lestat was burned. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, the stuff that Louis did to him. Remember, he came back from season 1, come back in season 2.
I remember
he
came
back. He was healed,
eating the rats and stuff.
Yeah.
But my thing is, they get a fresh source of blood, they heal. But if they're deprived from it, I get that it takes them a long time. But I thought after he fought that guy, didn't he bite one of the vampires? And should he get their powers or their memories, or that's not how these vampires work in this story?
Is it usually fresh blood?
Because he killed and bite the blood from the black vampire.
But it was a vampire.
No. Yeah. I don't think they steal like stuff like that.
So they don't get each other powers and stuff. They aren't watching too much of that.
Like Vampire
the
Diaries.
vampire movie with the werewolves
or Underworld.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because I'm just going off of like the first 2 seasons, and I don't remember them like biting to give memories.
I just gotta know the rules. Each vampire show got a
Brandon,
different set of rules. As long as I know the rules, I'm good.
Yeah.
But isn't that what happens though with it in the book? And the vampire Lestat was that when he does get Akasha's blood, they share memories.
Yeah, and they can share powers because
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, before Louis went to Paris and met Amon, he couldn't control fire. Amon taught him that, right? So I think about if you share the vampire's blood, you can get their powers.
I think you're right.
Because I'm
if
pretty sure,
if they're a powerful breed of
because
vampire.
Louis didn't have control over fire till he met Amon. I remember I went back and watched the last episode, and he calls the laptop that Daniel had to burst into flames, and somehow he was stronger than Amon, and I didn't understand that. You remember he almost threw him through the wall, and you saying you're not to hurt him, and if you hurt him, I'll kill you. So I'm like, how can a younger vampire kill? It's a little confusing. You don't.
But I think also it matters on who makes who, because like Lestat's stronger than Armand, and Lestat made
has
Louis
Akasha's blood. So Louis has Akasha's blood.
That might be okay.
So because not all vampires can fly and things like that. Yeah.
But we definitely know that Lestat can fly. I hadn't seen it, but and we know that Amon can fly. I don't think Louis can fly now, can he?
I don't think he can.
Not that we've seen.
He got dropped.
But I'm pretty sure what's supposed to be able to fly because Amon made him, Daniel. Correct.
Well, you're probably right. I didn't even think about Daniel, but could he fly? It's possible.
Yeah, maybe.
Can he?
Yeah.
Daniel seems more little loyal to Louis and Lestat, but I'm trying to figure out how's that if the master can make him kind of bend to his will. So that's gonna be interesting. Will Daniel betray them later on in the series because he's ordered by
Armand?
Yeah, I know he don't like Armand. That's at least from what I got so far is he don't like that, because even Louis is like, oh, I'm sorry, I should never had left you there. I was like, yeah, what the hell you think was gonna happen, man? Like,
exactly.
So
lucky he alive.
Yeah, he's just a vampire, not dead. But
I asked this question a little bit earlier, but maybe I want to ask now. When you saw Lestat texting someone, moi and toi, right? Me and you, who did you think he was texting?
I thought he was texting Louis the whole time. I thought.
Yeah, my initial thought was Louis for sure.
Yeah. Because they definitely set it up to be that, to like it's Louis. You
didn't feel like it was too obvious, and that's why I didn't think it was going to be someone different. It was too obvious to be Louis.
I was thinking Louis. I had no idea about who came in the door. But when I saw it, I was like, who is that? And then when he said what he said at the end, I was like, oh. And went a different direction. I wasn't prepared for.
Because Louis, where was Louis? Louis was in the Middle East, right?
But him and Louis was FaceTiming, and he was asking him about the music, and Louis was saying, "Yeah, it's okay." So I'm not sure where Louis was at.
But
yeah, we don't know where he was.
Wasn't he in the Middle East? Like, was he in
Dubai? Is where he was at last season.
Yeah, he was in Dubai, and I don't think he's leaving because he released the book, right? And he put a target on his back, and he hasn't gone through the war, the vampire war, or any of that stuff. So I thought he was still in Dubai. So that's why I was thinking, like, who the hell could he be texting the entire time? And I just felt like it was too much of like, it was too much for it to be Louis right then. That's at least my feelings the entire time. And I was like, this is going to be something. The entire time I kept on saying, this is going to be something else. This is going to be something else.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought initially. It was Louis. I was like, maybe Armand.
Same.
It was like maybe Armand. because I completely forgot, because we watched all the trailers and stuff like that. So I completely forgot about Gabriella, where I was like, oh, so as soon as it panned over to her, I was like, damn, they're not wasting any time. Like Tina said earlier, they're kind of speed running, so they're jumping right into that. Yeah.
See, I think that they're changing the rules up because last season, it like Louis could talk to every vampire on the planet. Now this season, they don't seem to have that same. I know if they're in the same vicinity because Lestat was singing, and he was talking to the two vampires from Detroit in the crowd, but like nobody else could hear him. So how in the world, if the last episode, if you remember, Louis was talking to just like every vampire, and he's like, "Y'all come if you want. I got something for you, more or less." So I don't know if the rules are staying the same from this show to the other ones. So
I don't know if that changes anything. Does it change anything? Because
or is that a Louis power?
Yeah. If Louis could do it, Lestat should be able to do it.
Lestat can't make fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's like God, what's the other movie? Every vampire's got different powers.
I just in my mind, I was thinking that if you're choosing to talk to two people and two vampires in front of you, you're talking to those two. Or if you're choosing to talk to the worldwide everyone in a radius in a frequency, you'll be able to speak to them too. But it wasn't like it was one of those things that is just going out to everybody. It's staying telepathy kind of works on
Yeah, because you remember him
on a one-by-one basis or a huge thing.
Because him and Daniel was having like a private conversation. So I guess you can direct to who you want to talk to or whoever.
Yeah, exactly what I think. Okay.
Yeah.
So that will happen. I look at. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, how'd you guys think when he first got high? I guess on stage.
I didn't know what he was doing.
and then he gets the girl, and then he bites her on stage, and then takes her and because I wasn't sure. I'm like, did he kill her or did he turn her? Because I was like, I thought in order to turn, you need to be more. It's more of an event kind of thing. So that's why. But then they explain it like
I was so confused doing that particular part. I didn't know the music.
Yeah,
the music had him high. His own music had him high. That's what they were saying.
That's what they were he was hinting at, right? It was like the pure.
I didn't even
the
get
pure enjoyment of the music was what hit him, and I'm like, okay, I was like, that's interesting, of it, but that's why I'm like, was there something else, But that whole scene where he's talking to, I forgot what her name is, like Linksy or whatever her name was, the girl that he like killed, and she's like on the ceiling, and he's like talking to her, and he's having this like trip, with talking to her. I was like, I thought that scene was like great, because I was just like
she knew something he didn't know, because he's like, who's coming? They coming. So did she knew? Was she referring to the Detroit vampires or somebody else?
Or is it all just in his head? You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you think that? That's what I was going to ask each one of you guys. Do you think that he was actually talking to her, or was he talking to? It was the drugs, or was it another vampire?
Somebody threw her. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Later. Yeah.
Crazy.
That part was hilarious. I did like that because she was pretty cool about it.
And how did old boy bring her back? Did he give her Narcan or something?
He said he has his own special cocktail the doctor had.
Yeah, like
that was Louis'
cocktail.
That's Louis' special doctor, right? That Lestat took, and he gave us a special cocktail that I was able to bring
Daniel.
Daniel was there.
He's there, but I thought it was the doctor. He said doctor, what you call it, his own special cocktail.
He did some like
Daniel
blood.
Brought her back.
No, he explains it like in the next scene when she's like hyping him up and he's getting high, or he's still like high, because the whole thing about him being high was like just super interesting. Because I'm like it can't be like he can't still be high on the drugs from feeding on her, because she doesn't seem that high. So like,
they showed her taking 5 different.
I mean, she took a lot of. He even said it like she's on heroin, she's on LSD, she's on PCP,
Molly,
like she was on everything.
Yeah, but it looked like he was high for days.
But that was all one night though.
That was all one. That was all.
Yeah,
that was all one night.
Wow.
But that's how like crazy it was because like it was all one night from the concert to the hotel room to him, jumping out the window. That's all that night, So I thought that was like.
Well, I
like,
thought
really
when he got off the stage, he went into the room with the black girl, and then so he going to another city. Then he went to the bathroom with the 2 vampires, and they said, "Well, you're leaving tomorrow, aren't you?" So I thought it was like at least a day in between that.
No, it was minutes in between.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, because I think they just went to a different party when they were on the bus with Daniel and Lestat. When they're on the bus, I think they were just going to a party
to that event. So when he showed up, when he pulled up in the car and did all the stuff, and they had other vampires, he went up to the next floor that the rest of his band, because he couldn't find his band there, And
I thought it was really cool too. They had the double to go out and make him look like he was going out.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
It was all one night. Yeah.
How do you feel about the double? Do you think that was a homage to the whole Tom Cruise thing, or do you think that this was just something that there's other Lestats out here, but I'm the only real one?
Yeah, that's what I did not think about it until you guys brought it up, because I was just like, oh, it makes sense in the story where the manager needs him to look like he's somewhere else so he doesn't get in trouble with stuff like that. So it's like you let him be there. So like stories don't line up because like, well, I saw Lestat over here. Well, I saw Lestat over here. So now you're making the media like
that's exactly what I thought. Tank. Like
and then I think that's the reason why.
I think she know he do some crazy stuff. Yeah, I think she probably know deep down he's a vampire. The band didn't know, but I think she know. So she putting that kind of safety net where he couldn't be over here to murder this guy because he was seen over here at this restaurant doing this, and that. So I definitely
it could be. I think it's just as simple as like
he's a smokescreen.
He's a guy that's going to cause a lot of trouble. So if you make it look like he's in 2 places at once, then you can't believe the source, that it's coming from. But I didn't think about the whole like Tom Cruise kind of thing until you guys brought it up, and I'm
blonde
like,
hair, blue eyes, and all those things, and how
exactly, with the wig and everything. And that is a good one. I can definitely see that. But I brought it up to you guys earlier too, where where there's those little quick flashbacks. There's some where he looks just like Tom Cruise's Lestat. Especially in the like the flashbacks and the old time,
like old France,
with old France, with that the glasses. I was like, come on, I was like, you could have put any glasses. You put those on, like it felt very Tom Cruise-y interview kind of vibes.
Maybe they're trying to pay homage to it.
That's what I think. But then it's also like maybe you're also kind of shit talking a little bit by doing the fake Lestat thing too. So it's like
it'd be cool if they had. Well, I know they probably can't afford it, but they had Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in this. Do like a cameo.
Brad Pitt don't care. He didn't care about the damn movie when he was making the movie.
Yeah.
Put him on the map. I help put him on the map.
100%. I mean, Thelma and Louise too, but yeah, definitely helped.
Yeah, but yeah, what you got?
I do like they're gonna bring back Claudia. I saw her. She's gonna be on here, I guess, in a flashback. So I do like. I like the first Claudia better, but the second wasn't bad.
Yeah, because we got Louis handling that trauma, but we really didn't get Lestat handling that trauma. So once we get that part of the story, I think that's going to be another like gut punch, because like we had to deal with it, and then we saw Louis handling it the way he did, but we haven't seen Lestat's side of it, So I'm kind of curious to see how that really messed with him, how that affected his mind and psyche and stuff like that. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be a lot of the drug stuff. A lot of the drug stuff is gonna be like a gateway, because we already got a little bit, right? Where he's high, he's sitting on the couch, and then Daniel's like, "So did you stutter?" As a kid, like he keeps prying at that, you know.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
does that
like,
mean? I didn't get that. What does that mean?
He's trying to open up into his past, and he keeps on trying to deflect any questions about his past. So when we go back into it, you're going to see a lot more about why you're this way. When we introduced Gabriella, like how was he beforehand? What was he before? What would have happened if he never was turned into a vampire? All those type of things, as we find who turned him, what happened after this, how does he get this power? How did he get the Akasha stuff? So we're going to get a lot of more information going forward, and I think that's going to be the interesting part of the show. That's really going to kind of drive the narrative.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting. But I hope, like I said, with some control, and that sounds very interesting to me, what you just said.
Yeah, because he's not going to want to give up that info. So I think Daniel. See, also, is it Daniel that's getting him high? Because I thought about that for a second. Like, is Daniel doing something to get him high? Because now you're inebriated, you're a little bit more looser. You know what I mean? So it's like, so now I can start asking these questions, and you might answer them where when you were sober. Obviously, he was talking about Joey Chestnut and eating hot dogs and shit like that. It's like, so like when you're drunk, you're able to.
And Daniel might be subconsciously being ordered by Amon to do that.
Could, yeah.
I think your maker has
break Louis or break him down a little bit.
Yep.
Can I ask? So, Brandon, I want to ask you specifically. What do you think was Daniel's motivation? Was it specifically that so Lestat asked Daniel to come in and he wanted to have him put this thing down, or did Daniel really want Lestat's side of the story, or does it not matter to him at all? Because he won his Pulitzer, he's gonna get all his money off of Interview with the Vampire. He doesn't want a story that's going to recant any of this stuff.
I think it doesn't matter to him at all. Like you said, I think it's a combination of him already having his Pulitzer. So at this point, it's kind of like I do it. I'm doing what I want when I want. We kind of have seen this characteristic shift in him. He even says, he even verbalizes, "I like being a vampire. This is fun for me." So I think he's just kind of flying by the seat of his pants and just taking things however they come at this point. If he is able to write another side of the story, if that kind of kind of ups his cred, potentially even wins him another Pulitzer, he's like, fine, so be it. Whatever happens. Oh, hey Tamika. So that's kind of where I think Daniel is. He's just having a good time. He doesn't care. Like whatever happens. I've already made my mark. If I get to make another, fine. If I don't, at the end of the day, I'm having a fun time.
Yeah. I agree with Brandon what he said. Daniel don't care. You didn't get $10 million from Louis. You didn't get the notoriety from the Pulitzer.
Yeah,
you living his best life now.
He's living his best life. He's not ill anymore. He's going to live forever. Yep. So he's just sitting pretty, basically.
See, I'm kind of sitting on the thing he said before. He's like, what's the best way to discredit that book is by having the person write that book write stuff that discredits it. You know what I mean? So it's like, Lestat is going after Daniel specifically, because he's like, all the secrets, you told the story, now tell this story. And
the writer is still Daniel.
It's still Daniel. So, but that's why I was like, but is it also like Daniel? He doesn't need to. So is he just being a journalist for the love of the game, or is he, or like Danny said, is he doing it because Armand is kind of pushing him, like, hey, you need to start digging deeper into this guy's life, and he'll allow you, because he allowed Louis, and kind of like he trusts Louis, so he'll trust you, kind of think to a certain extent. So I don't know. Daniel's an interesting character this season.
Yeah. If you look at it logically, how's the best way to get back at Louis and Lestat? I would have killed him. I would have killed Daniel if I was Lestat. I mean, if I was Amon. But now Amon can use him because the master over the new vampire, whatever connection that is, he could secretly because he know that Louis and Daniel have a relationship, so he kind of use their relationship to gather information, keep his distance, but still gather information, and then secretly, because didn't he hire those vampires from Detroit to try to kill Lestat, and they almost cut his head off, correct?
Almost.
So
I don't know if that was Armando, right? Because
yeah, he said Armando. I was almost certain.
no, he had the tattoo. He's
Yeah,
like Armand speaks the truth or something like that.
And then that's when he figured out Armando sent those guys. So I think Armando is secretly trying to get back. He's gonna get back at Lestat because he blamed Lestat. Well, he should blame Daniel, but Daniel the one that really revealed it to Louis. But he's jealous of Lestat and Louis' relationships. I think he's gonna try and kill Lestat for revenge and to hurt Louis. And then after he do that, he's probably gonna try and kill Daniel and then try and win back Louis for himself.
I can see that.
My theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Book said Armand did say to Louis behind closed doors that being an investigative journalist is Daniel's drug of choice. So you put a story out there that he wants to know, and that's his drug. That's how he gets high off of. He wants that. He doesn't care about the shows. He doesn't care about the music. He doesn't care about any of those things. He wants to chase the story.
Yeah. Because you got to figure if Lestat's like thing that gets him to like, you know, this Nirvana or whatever he had on stage is music, you know, is that it for his journalism? The same thing for Daniel, like getting to the truth is what satisfies him like that, you know. I don't know.
But who truly believes it? Because the world doesn't believe in vampires, correct?
But then they're going to find out all the stuff that just happened. So this today is going to kind of open the eyes to everyone that vampires exist. That's a big thing, and that's what's going to have all the vampires coming after him.
After who?
After Lestat.
Yeah, because I know the regional vampires, what are they called, the Fang Gang or whatever they called themselves. They were going. They were going after him because they said he broke the rule of telling the story, like letting people know about vampires.
Letting a human know and not kill them.
Yeah,
that black girl that we're referring to, I think.
No, they're referring to the white girl because she's like, "Hey, I'm about to get married. See you later. I'll never forget you." I was like, man, that's
probably
the wife.
I mean, look, he's on stage saying, "I'm a vampire." You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of people, but it's also an act, and that's what he was saying. Is like, you know, how much of it is it like, oh, it's an act, it's blah blah blah. He's pretending to be a vampire.
Well,
but it's also his band now knows. His band knows.
I'm saying the people in the audience should know because he dive in the audience. They carried him around. Then all of a sudden he levitate, went back on the stage. They should have seen that. I saw a scene where he's playing a guitar. He's levitating high over the stage. There ain't no wires.
Well, I think they're going to understand that vampires do exist through it. So I think that's
now
what's going to happen now.
Yeah, unless the band try to help hide it. I don't know, but I mean, there's a lot of people in that room. You know, there's a lot of people in that room. So, but yeah, I'm kind of curious. But also, Lestat's like he says like, you're mad at me for saying I'm a vampire on stage and this and that and telling this person and that person. But it's like the book is already out. And he was like, to act like I'm the only one to ever do that is crazy. Like, he's like, shut up. And then he just like this handles them easily. Just Larry, he just like moved his hand down and they just
I was like,
damn, but he was drunk and high and
he was all jacked up.
So that's why they kind of beat him up a little bit. Can I ask you guys a question? What scene in this first episode kind of shocked you the most?
The last scene. What?
What about you, B?
Hey, the that old boy style hallway fight scene.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Tank, what you got?
Yeah.
I think him talking to the dead person was still like, because the ending was really like a holy crap. The fight scene was really good, but him talking to the dead person was like really interesting, you know, because it was just like him being high for the first time was, you know, just like really cool to see. And I thought they did it well. Where like her soul or whatever was up on the ceiling, and he's all high out of his mind. So, what about you? Was there a moment for you?
Bro, the end, the whole Gabriella thing. I know we got to talk about that, especially who she is, or how did it get there, the mother lover, all that was too much for me.
Did not see that coming.
Oh, I saw it coming, but I still wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Just
because y'all read the books, but I never read the books, so I'm like, who is this? And then when he said it, I was like, really, mother?
Mm-hmm. And there's that long pause in between, with a fledgling lover, and then pause, mother. I was like, oh damn. Yeah.
Okay.
I even liked how they did the preview for next week, because wasn't it Lestat saying like, oh, if you stuck around these 50 minutes or whatever, then he was like, he was talking to you, the audience,
like he broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, I thought that was like interesting. And then it played the like what's coming up in the next episode. And
I
stuff
hope
like
it's gonna
that.
get like The Boys and get like, how much more shocking can we get in the last episode? I don't know.
I mean, it's been following its original content
fairly well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting into some questions real quick. Barbara said it's gonna be a long season if they take an hour every week. We used to do an entire show. We used to do an entire episode of it. Yeah. Like Lestat is probably like our most popular topic, or not, or Interview with the Vampires are probably our most popular topic. So, Tamika said, he said Louis told him that. I love the scenes with Lestat and Daniel. Those were good.
So is this Interview with them Vampire season 3, or is this Lestat season 1? How are they promoting it on AMC?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can lump them in as one and the same. It's just continuing the same story, the same characters that we know, just from you're just seeing a different side of it. You're just seeing a different side of the story from a different character. So I could still comfortably call it Interview with the Vampire, because it's still the same general idea, just with a different tonal shift, appropriately so. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, Lauren said it feels like a different show. And that's what it is, because I think on IMDb it has it as season 3.
I agree, it's a different show.
But I mean, and that's why you probably give it its own name, for a bunch of different reasons. But it being, season 3 continuation, however you want to do it. But yeah, it's definitely its own.
I'm curious to see the ratings on it, like Rotten Tomatoes, what they think. I'm very curious to see that.
It's probably gonna be high,
a lot of people that love Anne Rice, so you're gonna have a lot of people that watch the hell out of this.
Yeah. See if there's anything up.
I'm gonna watch.
I would have loved to have seen
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got bad.
No, I was just saying I would have loved to have seen Anne Rice be around to check out the show herself, just to kind of see what her thoughts on it would have been, because I know she had
Isn't her son over it now, Ryan?
Yeah,
her son is over it. Yeah, she sure is.
Is he a writer or a producer?
On
he's
a
producer,
I believe.
Yeah. So real quick, so Rotten Tomatoes so far.
But yeah, because I know her thoughts.
Go ahead, man.
Oh no! I was just saying, because I know her thoughts on the other adaptations kind of varied. So I would have been interested to see what she thought of this. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, I think her son's doing it justice for sure. So Rotten Tomatoes so far, at 31 reviews from critics, it's at 100%.
Wow,
it's going to,
with
so well done.
That's strong,
with the critics, which is kind of interesting, because I thought it would be higher with the audience.
What's the audience?
Higher with the audience.
So the audience is at 100+, and it's at 95 with the audience.
I'm shocked. I didn't think it was gonna be that high.
Oh yeah, I was surprised about the critics, because usually critics are more critical, obviously, it's their job. So I thought that was going to be like a lower number, but that being 100% is kind of wild.
Yeah.
The audience, I'm not surprised with the audience, because like Brian said, the Anne Rice people are going to go in there and review it.
What is our poll? What does our poll say for us?
What was very cool too, I saw the after show and they said they had the guy, I can't think of his name, but he was in on help creating in the show, and then when he would see the lines and stuff in the script, he would go make the song, and each episode is going to have the songs based on what's the storytelling of the episode. So I think that was pretty cool. They said the first time they ever did that. So the person that did the music was actually in on the creative process. So that's gonna be pretty cool to see how each different episode music changes from episode to episode.
Yeah. That's all Lynn said. The audience has a few like homophobes. I don't know if that's really the issue, because I'm going through it right now and they're all 5 stars except for one that I saw so far that was 4.5. Like they're all 5 stars except for one person, like legit, like except for one person that's at a 4.5.
No, I think there are a lot of people that are still going to be very homophobic and be very
100%. I mean, they were like that with the first season.
And I just don't think you have to like it or not like it, to enjoy the show, because I think it's well done in itself. And if you don't like to see a scene, you got control, you got the power with your remote control, you can fast forward through it and just keep it going. So because it's only a small part, because I mean it's a lot of sex, a lot of drugs, but it's not necessarily anything. It's very fluid with it. It's sexuality. So I think that's what it's sexuality is fluid.
It's integral. It's integral to the narrative of the show and the world
what
that
a vampire does.
The world that Anne Rice has crafted, and people need to know and accept that going in. Otherwise, exactly what you said, Brian. Switch over to something else if that's too much for you to handle.
Just fast forward. If you don't like it,
fast forward.
Watch the story.
Fast forward. Mute it. Go to the bathroom. Go get some out of the refrigerator until the scene's over.
And enjoy the story for what it is, and that's good too.
Yeah.
And not every episode is that way. It's just not. And
you get a little incest here and there.
Exactly. Now it gets even worse. So yeah.
Although, so I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Schitt's Creek. Great show. I love it. My wife loves it. And we were kind of watching this episode. We're like, why is Larry look familiar? He was the former lead singer of the band. He's the the guitar player that that does the guitar solos. And then finally we figured it out. He's Patrick from Schitt's Creek. So he's the one that what's it? Not Daniel Levy, right? Daniel, the son. That's the one he winds up, marrying by the end of the show. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, I'm like, good for him. Like he went from like one well beloved show to another, very different, but still well beloved.
I think the mama from Schitt's Creek died this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that sucks.
Was she on the original Beetlejuice?
Mm-hmm.
She was in both of them.
Yeah.
The mom from the first two the Home Alone movies.
Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a classic. Like one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but let's see our polls real quick. So I asked people, is Vampire Lestat a good start to the season? We got 15 votes. 73% said yes. 27 said no.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're gonna get some people that aren't about this, and you got some people that are like it. And I think that you're going to kind of deal with both. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. If it is for you, enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. And I think that's kind of what I do with everything. And say anything. I don't like Andor. You love Andor. Enjoy it. I'm not going to enjoy that. This is good writing. It's good storyline. It's good directing. It's cinematic in every way. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And don't bomb it. Hanzo.
I was gonna say, don't
Kaka.
vomit from it being trippy so much.
Just like He-Man, some like it and some don't.
No, you are wrong.
Yeah, I think you're on the wrong panel for that one, man. Because I watched your review for.
I gave
for
it a
He-Man.
C. I think it's very fair.
Blasphemy.
You can have the power all by yourself, bro.
I was gonna say, shut up, you ball, you ball of what's it say? Your bowl of cabbage. From that thing you sent me.
Yeah, a bowl of cabbage.
That's fun.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know, you guys got anything else? Before
Yeah, I
I
was
finish up
going
on this
go
episode?
around. What do you guys rate this episode?
There you
go.
Let's see too.
Okay. If we're going by our rating system, I'd give it a now. I really enjoyed it. It was, I think it was a good start to the season, and it gives you a good feel of what you're getting yourself into. And I think it helps. It helps. It gives you an idea of whether you're in it till the end or not. Just with the just with the whole kind of real frenetic, all over the place nature of it. And I thought it was suitable for a character like Lestat. But like Danny made an excellent point. As long as they know when and when not to, and as long as they know when to kind of reel it in, that'll definitely be the best thing for the show. But I like that, it's really giving Sam Reed his time in the spotlight to perform and kind of show more sides of Lestat. I've been waiting for that since this show entered the picture. And it's definitely got me looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. So I'd say this would be a definite now for me.
Okay. What about you, Danny?
I don't know your rating system, so I'm gonna do traditional.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a B minus, simply because a lot of it I didn't know about it was just very chaotic. I like a little bit more structure. I'm still a fan of the series, and I'm definitely gonna watch all the episodes. But some things, the mom thing, I was like, I could do without that. But I definitely like the characters. Definitely like the show, but this is definitely way different than the first two episodes. I mean, the first two seasons. So I hope that I hope that it lives up to the first two seasons. I think the first two seasons were excellent. I'm not saying this is not going to be excellent, but this first show was just extremely chaotic for me, and I kind of lost my bearing. But as soon as I get to know the guardrails, so to speak, then I'll probably like it better. But right now, I'm like, I don't know what this mean. So as soon as I learn the rules, then I think it'll be okay. I'm hoping it'll be okay.
Okay.
But for now, B minus is my score.
B minus. Do you want to go, Brian? Or you want me to go?
You gotta go.
You go. I mean, I'm gonna give it a now. For us, Lawrence also giving it a now. I saw that. Do like a letter. I mean, I'll probably give it like an A, just because like I enjoyed the chaos. I enjoyed all the craziness of it all. Because for me, it fit who this character is. And I don't know if maybe because we got prepared with all the trailers we watched, because there was a lot of trailers, so. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all plays out, and I'm liking even the editing with like him being high, where the random bubbles on people's faces, and just like where like everything starts to get a little distorted because he's high, so that's how he sees the world, so stuff like that is always like interesting to see from a character like Lestat, so. But I enjoyed it a lot. I cannot wait for the 6 more episodes. I'm a little worried. 7 episodes is a lot to do in a short amount of time. So, but we'll see where it goes. But
Like,
yeah.
who is your funniest comedian in your mind, Tank?
The funniest comedian?
Living or dead? Just every time you see him on the stage, you busting a gut.
Man, that's hard to say. Because
Like,
we've been talking about Eddie Murphy so
I
much
was
that
like, Eddie.
like legit.
I once had Eddie.
I just watched this the other day because I bought it. So it's like
right now,
you know,
mine's probably Cat Williams. I don't need to see Cat
Yeah.
Williams drunk or high. Which I may see him already drunk and high, but I don't need to see him drunk and high when he's hitting on all cylinders, just his regular comedic talent. Just like Lestat, based on the first two seasons, he was already over the top anyway. I don't think he needs to be high.
but that's not his version of himself. That's how Louis saw Lestat. You know, now we're seeing Lestat talk about himself.
So Louis, the first two seasons was Louis' perspective of how Lestat was, and that really wasn't how he was. We're seeing how he really is now.
Because he even says it earlier. He goes, the hair was too short. You don't see the scars in the first two seasons, even though the scars were there. You know, like he says things. There's little things, in the book that are like.
I'm definitely gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah, when he first finds out about the book and he like goes on his little tantrum about it, he says that a lot of it wasn't the same. Even the urinating sex, he made it seem like sex was like you bite somebody and then you have sex, then he's like it's a lot more than that. So, but the whole first two seasons were through Louis' eyes. Now we're seeing things through Lestat's eyes.
That might be dangerous.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I'm interested. I'm down. I enjoyed the first episode a lot. What about you, Brian?
I'm gonna be really easy. I mean, I think it's a now because I love this series. I love Anne Rice's books. I think this is going to be a really phenomenal opportunity for us to enjoy and dive deeper into just not the surface level information, but kind of the deeper information and understanding what the world that she's trying to build. Even more than Mayfair Witches or Talamasca or any of that other stuff. This is the series that really drives the boat, and I think that's going to be something that we're really going to enjoy. I am worried that it's only 7 episodes, but I think that it's going to be good. This episode in between, I give it a B+ because it could be perfect. It might be perfect, and I might change it to A further along we go. But right now, it was so chaotic that sometimes the chaos kind of took away from the story, and I missed some of the details. That's why I had to go check it out twice to really get the details because there's so much chaos going on. Doesn't mean that it wasn't good and that wasn't a phenomenal episode, and I'm going to enjoy so much of it. But it was so much that I wasn't prepared for, and that's something that maybe might have to be with me. But I will tell you next episode if it's me or if it's the way they're doing it. I'll be able to say that more.
One thing for certain, Brian, they could not do this in the movie theater because you'd be lost.
No, 100%.
Oh no,
You can't do any of the storytelling like that, in any other frame or any other way of doing anything than this type of TV show with the detail and all this stuff.
Yeah, which goes back to like what Brandman said. Like, if you want to do a 13 book series, kind of thing, is it better to make 13 seasons or 13 movies? 13 seasons, you're gonna get a lot more info. So it's way to go. Also, real quick, Jen said, "Isn't Talamasca mentioned in this episode?" Yes, the DJ.
Yes, it is.
The DJ was he was part of the theater back in France. France.
Yep.
He was part of the theater, and then he survived it, and he became a agent of Talamasca.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why is Danny working with Talamasca? It's like Daniel is so interesting right now because I don't know where his alliances are with. Is it with Herman?
Yeah.
Is it with himself? Is he just doing it all selfish? Is it with Talamasca? Like, So yeah, Daniel's interesting.
I agree.
But the DJ, I had to think about that for a second because he's like, oh, he looked familiar. I was like, he does look familiar. Where was he from?
You see him, yeah. He's been around for a while, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah. That was just episode 1. It was like it was a lot to talk about, but it was like, like we brought up a bunch of times. It was a chaotic episode, So yeah.
And we didn't even dive really deep into the idea of mother lover fledgling.
Next week. Next week, I feel like that's gonna be the main topic.
Oh, bruh. Mother lover fledgling.
Mother lover fledgling. That needs to be a shirt.
I ain't wearing that shirt.
But it sounds like an insult, like mother lover fledgling.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, but yeah, that's funny.
Very crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna finish that this episode review off right there. We appreciate Danny coming in, hanging out with us, talking episode 1 of the Vampire Lestat. A shout out to ourselves. I know it was Brian, to Brian, for gifting some memberships. So if you want to be gifted some memberships, make sure you join us in the live reviews. We're gonna be talking about Lestat for the next 6 more weeks. Every Monday we're gonna be talking about it. So make sure you guys come and join us live. If not, check us out on the replay. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think about it.
Guys, every time we go over 20 eyes looking at us, I was gonna throw a couple memberships out there just because.
There you go. Also, anybody watching?
I know she.
She. One day you'll get the membership, man. You'll get it. But we'll post some of the giveaway prizes this week. And we'll start doing some giveaways because we got some artwork that we got from C2E2 specifically for Interview with the Vampire, AMC, Immortal Universe kind of stuff. So we'll be giving that away throughout the season of this Vampire Lestat stuff. So make sure you guys come and hang out with us live if you want to win some prizes too. But yeah, we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday when we talk about the newest episode of the show. And we appreciate all you guys in the live chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, but we want you guys to stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.
Man.
Oh, man. How long was that? I don't even know how long. That was like over an hour.
It was long. I was trying to get it shorter, but it just couldn't. It's just no
way. Yeah. I hate. I didn't even mean to click on it. Oh man. Well, what's up? More Universe. Fran said I did not know it was connected to Talamasca at first.
Oh,
yeah. The Talamasca is kind of connected to things. They didn't do a good job with it. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem.
Look, I know we have problems with Talamasca, but I'll tell you that I like Talamasca a lot more than I like Mayfair Witches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knickerbockers
did something. Me too.
Yeah, the Knickerbocker.
Yeah. Dude, I hate Mayfair Witches. So like it is so bad. I kept on giving it a try. Keep on giving it a chance, and just kind of like just keeps on just kicking you down while you're down. You're like, oh man, maybe this one's better. Kick you in the balls again. Like what the hell?
All right. Yeah. Because I saw it now. So
yeah, I got you.
There you go. But you did not miss that topic sheet. We're gonna get into it in a little bit.
Dude, we gotta talk on it because I got the power. You want to see me transform? Hey, you see I'm gonna wear my pink shirt and pretend like I'm a small dude, and then all of a sudden be the same dude with my shirt off and just, oh, look at all these muscles. I just found them. They're on the street. I didn't know they were there, and I just found them.
Well, you gotta go ask Marvin. Like, let me borrow some of your button-down shirts because we're like a 5XL.
We're a 6X shirt, just walk around.
So you get to hide the arms. Just make sure you don't do anything that that shows off the muscles.
Don't be like Brand Man, but like,
Yeah. Who got the memberships? We got one there. Sin Quirks. Jigsaw Man got one. Daniel got one. And the Glimmercast. Okay. There you go. One day sheet. As soon as YouTube allows people to give
to
one's away
specific
person, you are number one on that list, man.
Hey Dan, you going to sleep now? Since it's 1:00 Eastern, are you sticking around?
Oh, y'all gonna do the Master Universe real quick?
100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I actually thought that what Tank was going to do was show the Vampire Lestat trailer of down here.
I didn't see it until too late. That's all good.
What's watching now? Fuck it. And
I'll
then
watch it real quick.
getting the man. That's the universe.
Who are these people? Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could just give it right to you, Sheet. Like,
Twitch has that feature. Twitch has that feature. That's a good feature. Also, like I feel like if you're gonna give it to random people, it should be like okay, here's all the people watching it. You know, who's got the most minutes watching, and those get priority. But, yeah. And where's the weed at? That's Anzo. Yeah, it's Anzo. That
episode listing and AMC's setup for the season. Episode 2 of the Vampire Lestat, titled
trailer.
This is the breakdown of the trailer.
I
hate those. Let's try that one.
Bring that down. Active chatter. Yeah. I feel like active chatters, you know, all those kind of people.
But like, I wish I could just go to him and just say, okay, this is the person I want to give the membership to.
Yeah. Oh man. So is there a fan of that, of the Witches of East End? I don't watch that one.
I liked Witches of East End. I watched Witches of East End. I liked it.
Okay.
It was pretty good. They could have gone longer with it, if I'm being honest.
Hell yeah, Telematica was way better than Mayfair Witches. It was. Yeah. I was out after 2 episodes.
That's not even a hard thing, you know. That's
yeah. Was it Lawrence saying about the Spider Noir? Like you watched 5 episodes and just couldn't get back into it.
Yeah, you know what? And he said I couldn't get back to episode 5, but that's where it turned around, Lawrence. That's where it turned around.
Episode 6, it starts to get better. It's still for me. We'll review it. Maybe that'll be the thing for Thursday. We'll review Spider Noir and Scary Movie.
Yeah, I'll watch both of them. So
yeah. I got Scary Movie on my watch list.
Yeah.
I have a lot of problems with Scary Movie. I have a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah. Well, because I've seen like a lot of people not liking it. You know, me and Erica were talking about it, and it's like she brought up a good point. She goes, we were anywhere in the range, you know, give or take a teenager, you know, 15 to 18, you know, I think when the first one came out, something like that. And now we're in our 40s. It was like, how you're going to look at things differently. So if they try to be exactly how the first 2 were, but now you're like 20 years older, 25, 30 years older, like, how is that going to work? You know what I mean?
I'm inclined to wait until we talk about it, and it's you know what, I'm gonna hold off to raise this point. Because I could go on and on about
like I said, I haven't said it. That was just me and my wife kind of talking about, like, you know, watching things when you're younger and then now watching things as you're older. Like, did it change, or are you just older? You know. So Lawrence, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Yeah. Not to mention having to go see it twice because the fire alarm. Oh, that's right, man. Oh, that sucks, man. You had to fire them. So I know Brian, when he watched Masters of the Universe the first time, he went out, I think Wednesday, I think he said. And then it froze. I think he said the whole screen just froze. Like the Nicole Kidman came on screen, and then I think he said it just froze, and then they said they can't get it to fix. So yeah, so he had to go and watch it on Friday.
That was fate trying to tell him not to go watch it.
But I'm just letting you know you're gonna be outnumbered on this one.
I do not care.
You're gonna be the Anzo of the group. You're gonna
Car. That's my name on this one.
Oh man. So the first 10 minutes of Scary Movie remind me of Brian. Oh well. Well, the first 10 minutes is probably the open, right? Like they usually do like a cold open.
It was a cold open.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm assuming because like they did it in the last all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Carmen Electra. Who else was in the cold opens? Because Carmen Electra was the first one.
Carmen Electra was the first one.
She was like
Woods. Yeah, James Woods and Natasha Lyonne were the second one.
Yeah, that's right.
Shaq, Dr. Phil, Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan. And I think that's kind of where I stopped. I kind of gave up on Scary Movie after a while. When the Wayans brothers were coming back, that's what that was my reason for where I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna give this a chance if they're coming back to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of need to, right?
Yeah,
they're the guys who created it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I didn't like what they did with Sinners. I don't like they did with Michael Jackson. It's a lot of things I didn't enjoy. I thought the ending of the movie was stupid. It's like I could just keep on going. Like
mm-hmm. I could too. Like I said, I'm gonna hold off until we talk about it in depth in a couple days. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a couple things.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow, and because I got to put my Dungeon Crawler Carl down for a minute. Not because it's not bad. It's just I just need to let it breathe for a second. Because like everything's starting to blend together. You know, where because Erica, my wife, is reading it now. She's on the 4th book. You know, so and I don't want to spoil anything. You know, and it's starting to like all mush together. Especially, I just started book 7, and book 7 has 105 chapters for the audiobook. So I was like, damn, okay, like let me take a little break, a little breather. Not that I hate it; it's awesome. I'm
doing book 6, and then after book 6, I'm going back to Primal Hunter because that came out a new book, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, well, he said there's only gonna be 10 books. There's only 2 more books. One's gonna come out, I think, supposedly later this year, number 9, and then number 10 is gonna be early next year, and then that's it. Like that's the whole Dungeon Crawler Carl story. So
hang on, I'm just closing my window. Hang on.
All right, go for it. I'm gonna bring in Anzo.
What's up? What's going on? I can't let Donnie sit on here and go off with his caca tonight. We're not doing that. So we're all teaming up. And hold on, I got something else to say. Fernando, who else was it? Yes, I do like some things, all right? I'm not going to let you guys here act like I don't like some things. Lawrence, everybody. We ain't doing none of that tonight. I'm just saying.
He likes something? I don't believe it. I can't believe he likes something. I went and saw his review. He liked it.
Get the kicks. The kiss there. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. The rare.
I'm the one. I like, guys, he likes stuff, man.
It's not rare, you know what I mean? I just don't like the crap that you guys like. Penguin, you know what I mean?
It's rare.
Absolutely, 100%. Yes, I did.
There you go.
So the Sinner spoof was one of the best. It was too fucking long, and I didn't like it.
I think it was too long. I laughed a little bit, but it was too long. It was way too long.
It was just out of nowhere, and it didn't really. There was really no rhyme or reason behind it, other than just to cram in another reference.
It was just it was sloppy. The whole thing was fucking sloppy. Like they did not go in hard on anybody. Nothing was really that outstanding. It was just not.
I didn't like comedy. It was too goofy. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. It wasn't either goofy or hard or any of that stuff enough. It's like they didn't push the envelope. They really went real like it's not PG, but just very surface level
cookie
shit.
Cutter. Yeah. Yes. And a lot of the stuff we're talking about in this movie, like it's outdated comedy. You know what I mean? Like we already know like times have changed. So I thought some of the comedy was outdated. But there was some funny moments. I'm not gonna lie, I did have some funny moments. But for me, the best funny moment is the one from the commercial where the little girl picks up the little sack. Is like, what the? Yeah. That was the best. Still the funniest joke of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we getting another one.
Watch it.
You should watch it.
I plan on it. I love the first two. They started getting better, a little much after that, but
it's better than all the other ones. 3, 4, and 5 is way better than
100%.
Yeah, I'm not
usually.
I'm saying it. I didn't like it with some parts, but as I said, the first 20 minutes are good. The last 10, 15 minutes are good. The ending of the movie is stupid as shit. I don't like the ending. In the middle, it's like it just didn't go hard enough. Go harder.
Yeah, I with how they were touting it, how they were saying they were going to cross so many boundaries, and they were going to lean into the offensive nature, and it was going to be a return to form. It didn't seem like they went far enough, I thought.
Yep, agreed.
And when we know that the Wayans are really capable of that, because the first Scary Movie is like one of my favorite spoof comedies, but I think there's when it comes to spoof or parody comedy, you have to you have to tread very carefully and very smartly to make it work. Sometimes we have like great parody comedy like Blazing Saddles or Police Squad or Naked Gun or Young Frankenstein, and then other times we have absolute crap like the last handful of Scary Movies or Disaster Movie or Meet the Spartans. Oh no, I'm talking. I like that, but I'm talking back to like the original
Leslie Nielsen is fucking phenomenal,
or even the show that it was based on, Police Squad, which was genius.
Look at this.
Show off,
motherfucker. Opens. See it opens. This is gonna be awesome.
My theater had nothing. No sword. No, nothing. I was like,
I know. I had a cup. It had the cup.
I didn't know the cup.
Mine had cups, blankets, blankets. He-Man, Master Universe blankets.
I asked the guy, and
I got that too.
I wanted the sword too. So when I went to the stand to buy my popcorn, I asked him, "You have the sword?" He acted like he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. He's like, "Sword?" Like, yeah, the He-Man sword. Like, he's like, no, I don't know. I was like, okay.
I asked my guy. I was like, I'm like, oh, you got the sword? And he looked at me. He's like, no. Like, how quick did they sell out? He's like, in the first like few minutes. He said they got a pretty low quantity that came in. So I'm guessing like the first 3 people, and that was it, probably.
No, so what I heard is that almost every AMC got about 30.
Wow.
In our area, because it's our area. So that remember, I wasn't allowed to get one. I got mine on Wednesday because I was the first one to get it on Wednesday. I went early, and they only allowed you to get one.
I was so vexed. I was gonna go see it at
one cost.
So the sword was $44.50. The castle was like $48.
I went to.
There ain't no way.
Yeah, I went to the AMC on State Street first thing, like right when they opened, and copped.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, and got the sword, and then I got this He-Man like cup because it was like $15. So I'm like, what the hell? I'll grab one of those too.
I'd have got the cup. I would have got the sword. I went to because I was supposed to go see it on Wednesday, right? So we go to the movie theater, and they're standing outside the movie theater, and I wait to go in, and then I happen to look at my ticket, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm at the wrong theater.
Oh man.
And then the other theater was way too far for me to get there, so I didn't get to see it on Wednesday. I ended up seeing it on Thursday.
I thought you were gonna say like it was the wrong time or something like that. The wrong
theater. Yes. Bro. And the other theater was like on the other side of town, right? And it was 7:00, so I couldn't even take a Uber or anything to get down there in time. And I was just like, forget it.
Yeah, that the sword cup is crazy. I think right now it's online for like on eBay for about $100 ish.
I'm looking at it right now, 119.
119. Yeah. So, yeah. That's. I mean, the amount of videos I've seen this weekend with people, just throw like swinging it around and like I'm training, like all this stupid shit. It's like, yeah. I'm like that's the only thing I want. That's probably the only popcorn bucket or sipper or whatever I wanted like ever. Like
actually, I wanted the Scary Movie popcorn bucket too.
You did want the bong,
yeah. The bong. I wanted the bong. Yeah, they didn't have that either.
Yeah, ain't no way I'm not paying that for a piece of plastic.
Dude, cup. I love it. I ain't paying $100 for either.
So in my screening when he transformed people, held up the sword. Oh man, people were like, well, we'll get into it. People were screaming and cheering, and it was I don't know, my theater was just having like a blast with it, man.
Let me tell y'all just how sorry this movie is. What is
here we go.
Day 4? Look what's already on my system.
So you can watch it again, Danny. Enjoy it. Watch it from the privacy of your own home.
No.
Watch it again.
No, sir.
I would love to go round 3.
Yeah, I'll probably see it again too in theaters. I watched it on Onzo Vision, of course, again, but I would definitely watch it again in theaters.
Yeah, Lawrence, we don't see the B word. It's
no Onzo Vision.
Onzo Vision.
We don't do the P word.
Vision I pay for.
Yeah,
that ain't even bootleg.
The home experience.
Yes,
3 days is already on there. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have to delete it, man. You didn't have to delete it. I was just saying. So I was like, message retracted.
All right, let's get into this. Let's do this.
Yeah. The One Piece version.
Exactly.
Right. Let's talk about this movie. Where we at? All right, let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. We are going to talk about and review the new Masters of the Universe He-Man, the movie that just came out this weekend. Yeah, so we'll get into our likes, our dislikes, talk about it, full spoilers. So if you haven't seen
dislikes, how dare you?
I don't what. Yeah. And then but we got some special guests with us. We got Danny Road to Wisdom with us, Bigger Ford Entertainment. Appreciate you guys, Onzo. Where else? Chaos Central. You guys are on Chaos Central too. So make sure I'll put all the links down below where you can check them all out. But appreciate you guys coming in. I know you guys both did reviews. I watched, I think most of it for both of you guys. So it's gonna be a good discussion for the most part.
Absolutely. I said most of it. You're supposed to watch all of it. You know what I mean? Like you just watch most of it.
Well, yours was live, so you very much you don't get sidetracked as Spoiler King sidetracked.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
But I watched a good chunk of it. So like I said, we're gonna get into all that spoilery talk about it. But before we do, Brian got a quick breakdown of what He-Man Master Universe is about.
I wish I had the over voice. The sword of power, like leads. If I can have that. But it says the sword of power leads Prince Adam back to Eternia, a world shattered under the fiendish rule of Skeletor. Joining forces with Teela and Man-at-Arms, Adam must embrace his true destiny as He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Let's go.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll start off with our likes. Let's see how should we go? We're gonna do
start with Danny.
We'll go Danny, Anzo, and then we'll loop back around to me. So Danny, what you like about He-Man?
Okay, I'm gonna set the record straight because Anzo misquoted me. I did not say this movie was caca trash. If you watch the text, I said Chris must be smoking something if he thinks it's going to beat Superman, Supergirl, which I do not think it will be. And for the record, I gave this movie a C+, C-, I think. I did not hate it, but there were a lot of the directions that he went I did not agree with, but I will get into the dislikes. I think Skeletor was fantastic. Jared Leto, he did his thing on that. To me, Skeletor was the best part of the movie. I do like the fight scenes. I thought the fight choreography was on point. I like the way it looked visually. I like Eternia. There were other points within the story that I did not like. I even like Trapjaw, even though Trapjaw that we saw in the movie is not the same Trapjaw that is in the 80s.
100%.
There's some flippage. There are people that don't like this race bending. I like black tribe cops. Look fire to me. So a lot of things, there were some things I like, but for the overall, some of the decisions that Travis Knight made, I wouldn't have done if I was the director. And those are the things that drop it 2-letter grades from an A to a B to a C for me.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, Anzo.
All right.
What about you? What you like about it?
I thought this movie was absolutely great. Like, if you grew up on He-Man, this is exactly what we grew up in with the 80s He-Man, right? It was a perfect adaptation. And I think we talked about it earlier, Brian. Like, this movie is one of those movies that was made for us, right? Wasn't made for a new generation of He-Man. It was made for us because a lot of the references that we get in this movie is actually from the 80s cartoon, right? The way they looked, they did an absolutely great job with the look of all of the characters. Beastman, Mossman, Trapjaw was absolutely great as well. Man-at-Arms, thought he was fire. Prince Adam, I'll get where, and we get to negative. I think that a lot of it will come when it comes to Prince Adam as well. But the fight scenes were great. And Skeletor absolutely stole the show. And I think we also had a problem where it was like, if they go on Earth too long, this movie's not going to be good. They had about 15 minutes on Earth, and then they went straight to Eternia, and that was great too. I was like, perfect time enough to get character development from Adam, He-Man, right? And that's the one thing I like. I know Danny's like, it's kind of goofy and stuff like that, but it's the character progression throughout the movie, right? He starts off as a kid. He's not a warrior. It's his father like, you're not meant for this. And then he ends up becoming the champion. So I loved all of that stuff. I thought the movie was very, very well done.
Okay. What are you, Brian? What you think?
I enjoyed it. I had a whole hell of a lot of fun. I actually thought that Nicholas was a Galatine. I thought he was fine. I thought he was, he was good as He-Man. I love Teela. I love Skeletor because Jared Leto stole the damn show. Every scene he was in was just phenomenal. Idris Elba, I liked him. I don't know if it was the best of Man-at-Arms. I was concerned while watching it that it was a little bit too goofy, but then I thought about it. 1980s cartoons, that's what it was. It's supposed to be goofy. So like it understood the damn assignment. I think that I'm taking the words out of Brandman's mouth because that was the best answer. It understood the assignment. You want to be a little goofy. You want to be a little silly. You want to be, if you wanted serious, they could have went serious. They could have went it, but they went the goofy route without doing the silly Skeletor voice. And overall, I enjoyed it. There are things where I was like a little bit like, you didn't need to do this. You didn't need to bring his friend back in from from Earth at the end of the movie. No one gave two fucks about that. But dude, the post credits were great. The movie overall was great, and I just had a fun time. I enjoyed it, and I was on my top of my roof saying, "I have the power." You know, just doing that. You know, so it was cool.
Okay. What about you, Brandman? What you think?
Man, like from now on, any 80s cartoon adaptations that are made, just let Travis Knight do them. That's what I think. Just between this and Bumblebee, the only Transformers movie that didn't give me a headache, just let him do it. He understands what these movies need to be, and that's the main reason that I think this movie worked, is that it knew what it needed to be. It really embraced the cartoon. It didn't shy away from it. It didn't feel uncomfortable leaning into the whimsical and colorful nature of the cartoon. It pulled from different iterations. You know, obviously the Filmation 80s cartoon was the big foundation. I feel like it pulled a little bit from the early 2000s one that came on Cartoon Network. It pulled a little bit from the Kevin Smith Netflix version from a couple years ago in terms of look, that sort of thing. I think that I thought the casting was great. I really enjoyed Nicholas Galitzine. I liked the character of Adam. I think this is the first time I actually kind of felt invested in the character of Adam, because I think he was just kind of I think he was just kind of vanilla in the Filmation series. He was almost a non-presence, I thought. And I thought he had a lot more gravitas, and I was able to feel more invested in the character of Adam. I thought Man at Arms was pretty good. It's Idris Elba, he's great in anything that he's in. I like Camila Mendes. I thought she was great as Tila. Jared Leto, you know, I know a lot of people feel some kind of way about him, but you know, in the context of this movie, at least, I need some respect on his name. He did great as Skeletor. I thought he absolutely crushed it. He very much understood the assignment. I think the fight scenes, the action sequences were great, and it just leaned into it leaned into its source material, which is why it really worked. And you know, I'd love a franchise out of this, heaven willing.
Okay. I'm going to start off with Jared Leto because, like you said,
you hate Jared Leto.
I hate Jared. to a point where I don't think that's Jared Leto. I think it's just a random dude named Jared Leto. There's no way that's fucking Jared Leto. Jared Leto sucks ass, man. I think they found a dude whose name is Jared Leto. They're like, hey, we're gonna put you on the list of casts, because you don't see Jared Leto. He didn't do any press conferences. They don't mention him at all in any interviews. He wasn't on the red carpet. There's one picture, and it looks fake, of Jared Leto in the Skeletor kind of thing, and it doesn't even look real. You know, the one picture. There's no pictures of him at all with this cast, and I'm like, it ain't him. It ain't him. Either that, or they're just, hey, here's $2 million. Can we put your name on the poster? And he's like, all right, cool. You know, I was like, there's no way. It's not. So until I get proven wrong, that's where I'm at. Like, that's not Jared Leto. Like, it's not. Because Skeletor was one of the best parts of the whole movie. He was such a good
Yeah, like, didn't Jared Leto have a case? So that's why they didn't want him in any of the marketing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He skipped the red carpet. She said.
Yeah.
He was. It's. I mean, how many? He already has a bunch of different cases. Yeah. But the Skeletor was great because, like, I was worried. I'm like, they're not gonna do the thing, but they still gave him the '80s over the top villain kind of thing, you know, with him like shaking his arm and this and that and being kind of goofy, but also being like a bad guy, you know. So I thought they did a really good job with that, and he looked great. All these people are like, "Oh, he doesn't look cool. Like he needs to have more like green and yellow in his face." I was like, "It's a fucking skull, man. Look, what? Like, it's cool. I don't care." Like he looked really good. Like I thought it was gonna look kind of bad at times. For the most part, I was like, "Damn," you know. Even when they did like close-ups, I'm like, "That's pretty good." You know, they did this weird thing with his jaw where like it moved like weird. I was like, it fit. You know, so he definitely stole the show for me, and I did not expect that at all. Like at all. But just overall, the cast I thought was really great. The what's the name? The dude who played Adam and He-Man, Nicholas Galazine, whatever. Galazine. Yeah, he was great. You know, like, you know, could he have been bigger? Sure, you know, but it's hard to find somebody that big. You know, like. You know, because then if you find somebody that big, you also have to make them look small. You know, so yet it's a thing. And with him, you know, they threw on like a 5XL button-down pink shirt and like, hey, be tiny. You know, and there's some times when he did some rolls and stuff, you're like, yeah, there's those big shoulders, there's the arms, like it pops through. So, you know, like you can't say like you want a big dude, and then you're like, oh, give me, you know, Jack Reacher. I was like, yeah, but he also has to like, you know, look small. You know, so
well, you know what's funny about that though?
He did a good job of looking small, man. He
didn't look small. He acted small though, like because he did the like constantly like kind of running, and when he ran.
They could have done the thing just like they did Black Adam when he was Seth Adam, whatever. He was skinny and looked all crazy. He said Shazam. He transferred.
Yeah, but he was only that character for 10 minutes.
But I'm saying, you know, they like, did it.
Yeah,
what else you got to do if you're an actor? You get paid
But here's the thing why it doesn't bother me. Because in the 80s, Adam is just as big as He-Man. Right? Exactly. You go back to the 80s cartoons, he's just as big as He-Man.
That's the same joke.
I agree.
Yeah. Like this. Yeah. So that's why I don't have a problem with Adam looking the same size as he does as He-Man. Because they did that in the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. It's only in the later cartoons where Adam was skinny, and then when he got the power, he became He-Man. So I don't have a problem. If you're going to stay with what you're doing with the 80s, then that's what we do in the 80s cartoon. So I didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. You know, and I know a lot of people have the issue with you just have I saw Fernando in chat, you know, talking about the whole drunk thing. I didn't mind it, but I think being it with because that's the serious part of the movie, right? Was him like dealing with trauma and alcoholism and blah 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 and this and that. But it's like it's hard to put something serious and something that's goofy, you know. So
and it was like what 10 minutes in the movie, right? Like he was drunk. We find out he's drunk, and then boom, he gets a fight, and then you know what I mean. So it wasn't really much to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they made him drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, because by the end of the movie, I was like, I loved him at the beginning when he was just like a badass, you know, and then he loses, and then he just completely self-destructs, and then at the end, he's a badass again, you know. So, but yeah, the post credits were great. You know, the acting was great all around. The graphics were pretty damn good. I got to admit, I thought it was gonna look kind of cheesy and campy in some of the parts, but for the most part, I was like, it looked pretty good, you know. Like I only watched it once, so maybe if I see it again, I'll see like, that looks crappy. But for the most part, I was like pretty impressed with the overall look of it all. You know,
me too. I agree. And one thing I also loved too, right? Because you watch the cartoon, like in the 80s cartoon, they couldn't show punching and stuff like that, right? Because of the laws and stuff. But He-Man was always beating that crap out of Skeletor. And then in this movie, when he says, oh, you don't know how to use the power, he's like, I know how to use the power. I was just holding back. And then he rails on Skeletor. I was like, that's He-Man.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. It was a super fun time for me, man. And my theater was having a blast. When he first transformed, people were screaming. You know, when you first get Cringer, you know, like full size Cringer. People were like, oh yeah, you know. So yeah. It was just like I think I was at. There was one dude sleeping, but he started sleeping like when the credits, or not when the previews were rolling. So you know, I don't think he was there to see the movie, but he was sleeping the entire, even before the movie started, snoring. Snoring.
So, I had to woke his ass up. I would have been like, "Hey,
it was funny." People
you know what
I mean? Yeah. So, we'll get into that, Fernando, because that was a lot of fun with the post credit. She said, it was good character development for the movie. I thought for the most part, yeah,
absolutely.
That so Jared Leto is just the voice of the guy in the suit. Is Kojo Ata, a black man? Yeah, well, for sure. I figured that he wasn't in the suit.
Yeah,
but also
look at the picture I just sent you. It says, and you just say add to stage.
Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. That's one I saw. It looks fake. Why does he have blood on his face? It looks fake.
Yeah, why does he have blood in his face at all? I have no idea.
He has no green dots.
It also doesn't make any sense for him to be in the suit at all.
Yeah. So it looks fake. I don't know. I'll bring it up.
Oh shoot! I just.
Yeah, that's the only picture I've seen. The only. Oh, there you go. You brought it up. That's the only one. So I was like, yeah. Why? Yeah. There you go. So.
And you're right. He doesn't need to be in the suit.
But he doesn't have dots if you're going to have a
motion capture, right? Because that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Jared being extra on stuff on set.
Yeah, he does. A lot of people don't like working with him with that kind of situation, you know. But
yeah, I don't believe he's gonna start sending you random dead animal parts like you did with Margot Robbie.
Oh, that would have pissed me off so much.
Yeah. So, I'm sure a lot.
I would have been so angry.
All the interviews, they all talk about each other. No one talks about Jared Leto. No one talks about Jared Leto. You know, so I'm even questioning, like, was he even on set at all? You know, I mean, his voice didn't sound like his voice. So I was like, is this the best way to handle Jared Leto? It's like, hey, we're gonna cover up your face, your body, and your voice. It's like,
so you're gonna find a way to hate on Jared Leto. No matter what, you're still gonna find a way to hate on Jared Leto. You don't like him that much.
If he's such toxic, nobody wants to work with him. Why even pull him out the hat?
That's my question. What has he got in Hollywood that he keeps getting these damn movies?
So, I think that's him.
All right, so
he is box office poison.
Maybe not in that suit. That maybe not him, but I believe he voiced it. I believe that he was on the set. They have no reason. It makes no sense if he's box office poison. If nobody likes to work with him, why even invite him to the party? That makes zero sense.
He wasn't invited to any of the parties. That's the problem.
I'm talking about.
He wasn't on the red carpet. He wasn't on any interview.
That's metaphor.
No, I know what you're saying, but the actual parties he wasn't invited to. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't have at parties.
They didn't want that negative connotation with him.
He's probably the best for the cheapest amount of money. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, they don't want to pay someone an extreme amount of money, so they pay him and like, hey, come in here and do this stuff. He's probably the cheapest one, so they got him, but. He did a good job, so I'm not gonna.
Because he got that word in front of his Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Academy Award-winning actor.
Yeah.
Here's what Travis said about Jared Leto. He said he would do something unexpected every day in ways that would be delight to me, that would horrify me, and that would make me laugh. But that's a part of the character. Skeletor is an iconic villain from the 80s. He's funny, he's scary, he's intimidating, he's insecure, he looks super cool. And Jared knew that he wanted to swing for the fences with the character. He wanted to be a villain for the ages. And I really think he succeeded because he is so much fun to watch. He is awful. He's entertaining, and he's just so much fun. And that comes down to getting an actor who is extraordinary at what he does and giving him license to do his thing, which he does. And so apparently,
and
he's saying that picture is real.
It's also the super most vaguest description about a person's work ever. Like,
he also doesn't really talk about him being in that costume.
He's great at what he does. It was like, what did he do?
Pascal?
He does things. It was like,
I will give Jared Leto this, that he did understand what
Johnny
the character. With Johnny Depp,
I mean, it would have been the same shit. He would put his name on the poster and then same exact performance, right?
That's really annoying.
Oh hell yeah, I hate him, man. He's a person.
You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know if Johnny Depp would have did a better job. To be honest,
I don't think he would have.
No, you know what I mean. You go back to them last Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, much as I like Johnny Depp, I'm not sure, because think
a drunk pirate Skeletor.
Yeah, think what you will about Jared Leto, but he definitely understood what the character of Skeletor needed to be, because Skeletor, like, on surface level can be threatening. I mean, he's a guy with a skull, he's a talking skull for a face, which is the concept of which is creepy. But he's also a friggin' goober. He's a dweeb, and they absolutely nailed that. Like, even with this intro scene with him laughing and everyone's just kind of looking at him like he's nuts.
Yeah.
And then yeah. Or like some of the Skeletor like insults that he would throw that kind of harken back to the classic cartoons.
Yeah. Even some of his jokes, his very homoerotic jokes.
Yeah.
Towards He-Man. It was like, okay. Like,
yeah.
What sort you want, man?
What did he say? He said something about his muscles and then like his sword swinging between his legs or something like that.
Sure
and I was like, really?
Well, even when he first starts describing He-Man, he goes, "Yeah, the blonde guy with the big muscles and the glistening abs and blah blah." Like,
yeah.
Or even like Evil Lynn's like, huh?
in the loincloth and
yeah.
I liked it.
So
all right.
I gotta give Leto his flowers.
If it's him,
he came through.
He said he was actually in the prosthetic skeleton muscle suit. He's amazing with the costume on, but only he got replaced by CGI. But he wasn't in the costume the entire time. But he did smear blood on his face. He said he would do stuff like that all the times when he was in the costume.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Because he's crazy.
He's weird. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the negatives though, too.
Yeah. Let's get into the negatives. Danny, why don't we start with you, man?
Okay.
Pull out your laundry list.
All right. Like I said, some of the directions that I would not have done. I just think that Adam was immature too long in the movie. If you go back to the 80s show, at first he had a little bit of immature and was naive, but then once the sorceress pulled his coattail and let him know what was going on, he only played goofy and doofy to try to hide his identity. I think they should have went more that. She should have been a little bit more serious. I don't like the fact that the whole Eternia knows that he's He-Man. I do not like that at all. I like the fact that only 3 people knew it, which was Man-at-Arms, the Sorceress, and Norco. I like that. And of course, we count Quinjer. I did not like the fact we did not see Quinjer transform. Or we saw him at the end in the full armor. I would like to see him do the actual, 100%. The second time.
Yep.
See him actually set out of power and then shoot the sword and have Quinjer transform. I think it was a missed opportunity. I do not like the fact they could have had Man-at-Arms. He could have left for 15 years, going to do his own thing. They don't know where he's at, leave the fight, whatever. I don't like the fact that they made his crutch or made him go to the bottle. Then, in my opinion, that injured the insult. Part of his armor was a flask. I'm like, really? So I didn't care for that. I thought it was distasteful, just to me. I think the sorceress, she could have had contact with Adam those 15 years because she knew where he was at because the mother told him to send him to my home planet. She could have been training him or having some kind of telepathic link. I think missed opportunities that could have made the movie better. And I did not like the fact that he named them their names, and they didn't know their names.
Oh, I love that.
And I understand behind it. It's a child's point of view and stuff, but it's not true to the '80s show. And I just didn't care for that. Like I said, I understand why they did it, whatever, but I think for me it would have been a better experience if they would have held true to what we actually saw in the '80s, because most of this, like Brandman said, is from the '80s show. There's a little bit sprinkled from the 2000 and the last one we saw, Revolutions, Revelations, whatever you call it. But those are the things I didn't care for. Like I said, don't think the movie's trash or garbage, but it's just different choices I would have made had I been the director.
Okay.
I really thought it was just really too goofy, and whatever adjective you want to put to it, campy, goofy. I thought it was just too long. Kind of like how the Fat Thor. Fat Thor was funny at first, but then the whole thing's over and over and over. To me, it got a little redundant, a little ridiculous. To me.
Okay.
I got you.
Good points. What about you, Anzo? What issues you had?
So first I'll say I'll say this. I love the fact that he gave them the names, and the reason why is because people knew that these names were trash and weird names when you were growing up, right? So you had He-Man, a kid. Yeah, right. So you had He-Man, a kid, giving them these little weird names and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that. What I didn't like is the first time he turns into He-Man, he punches Trapjaw and goes, ah! I'm like, yeah, okay. Because he doesn't do that throughout any time else in the movie, right? Punches Trapjaw, he goes, like he hurt his hand. So I didn't like that. Then there's another scene where, first off, I think the flying scene is absolutely fire, where they're chasing the ship and everything. But he gets into that other ship. He flies up behind Teela's ship, Man-at-Arms ship, right? And the other one, and Man-at-Arms is telling him to move out the way, and he's like, hi. Yeah, that was silly. That I did not like that. What's that?
I said goofy.
Yeah, that part was like, there's some goofy, but that was way too goofy. Like, you in a battle, things are behind you, acting like you don't know there's still ships behind you, right? So that's what I didn't like about. So that part I didn't like about it. But other than that,
and one major thing, also, Skeletor should never know his secret. No, all of them, he's know his secret.
I agree with you on. No, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I'm trying to go back and see if there was anything relevant to where he did know, and I don't think he did. So I believe that. But again, Skeletor did die. He'll probably come back in the next one, right? So we don't know how that will work out or anything. But I do agree with you. Sorceress. Another thing. When they went into Castle Grayskull, Evelyn and Sorceress should have had a fight. Right? Where was Sorceress? She was nowhere near in Castle Grayskull, and she's always supposed to be in Castle Grayskull, right? So I would have preferred if her and the Evelyn had a little fight. She overpowers Sorceress, whatever, boom, and that's when Teela can come in and do that fight too as well. So I think that was a missed opportunity there. And I do agree with Danny. We should have seen Cringer change. We should have seen him do the, have the power and then point the sword to Cringer, and then Cringer do the transformation as well. Absolutely. So I do agree with you on that. But other than that, there's not too much I didn't like about this.
Cringer wasn't scary.
He wasn't what?
He wasn't scared.
He wasn't cowardly, but he did not want to do some of the things that he was like, I don't know. What was really
stupid, I forgot. At the end, where everybody knows he's going to secretly change into He-Man and Battle Cat. That's stupid. And they made fun about it. Like, does he not realize we can do that? We know who he is. Oh, let him go ahead and do it. Ha 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 ha.
So I agree with you on that one, except if it's only those people that are there that know he's He-Man, then I can let that slide a little bit, right? But I do agree with you. It should only be the three: Man-at-Arms, Cringer, and the Sorceress. I think those should be the only ones that know, right? So I agree with you. But I'll let that slide if it's only them. Now, if you find out that everybody in Eternia knows he's He-Man, that's a problem, right?
I think everybody know. Everybody that was in their jail know.
Yeah,
still,
but right. But those are his army circle. That's what I mean. I'm talking about just regular mofos that live in Eternia, right? Like people that live there. If they know Adam's He-Man, then that's a problem there. So
I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about it for my negatives. I didn't really have much.
Okay. Before you go, Brian, real quick. Somebody like Fernando saying too many jokes. Lawrence saying too many jokes felt Love and Thunder kind of style. Saying sorcerers should have been more involved. Same thing with the battle cap. So some of the chat.
Here's what I will say, because I know half of you guys know how I feel about Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't like it. All right. And I think the jokes.
I mean,
here we go.
I say a lot of people don't like Love and Thunder, so you're not alone in that boat.
Very similar.
No. Love and Thunder.
Not at all.
No, Love and Thunder. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Ragnarok. I think guys know I don't like Love and Thunder, but Ragnarok I don't like either. Right. In the second half, there's a lot of really stupid jokes for me, and it goes too jokey, like Thor screaming and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, if you like those jokes in Ragnarok, then this shouldn't have been a problem for you, because Ragnarok is just as goofy once he hits the planet, so.
But there's a difference.
What?
Because if you watch the 80s, there's a lot of differences compared to the 80s cartoon if you use that as the baseline. We never saw Thor in that Ragnarok, that particular story. We saw how Thor was, but Marvel, for whatever reason, made a conscious decision to make Thor a badass to a goofy ass. And the same thing, they depowered the Hulks. I don't know why they did that, but we got several source materials showing He-Man, which they cherry picked. But to me, like I said, I didn't hate it, but I would have done something totally different had I been dating.
No, I hear what you're saying, but they're not gonna do a 1-to-1 adaptation of the cartoon, right? They're gonna change some things, right? And you can see, right? Because in the cartoon, Skeletor is the goofy one, right? Skeletor is like hands down goofy and stuff like that. And in this one, he was a little jokey, but he was more menacing. And they put the goofiness more on Adam, which kind of makes sense. Another thing I didn't like, right? Even though I thought it was kind of funny, you really telling this chick on a date that you lived in Eternia and there was all kinds, like, you've been on Earth for long enough to know not to tell this damn story to anybody. You know what I mean? And you sitting there telling this story to the chick that you want to date with. That was silly.
He never grew up. Yeah. How old was when he was a little boy there? 7 or 8? He stayed 7 and 8 for 15 years.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. I think they said he was 10. So yeah, he was still mentally a 10-year-old. I'm like, dude, like when the camera panned out and you see he's on a Hinge date, I'm like, Adam. and the girl was hot too. So
yeah, exactly. Right. So you just messed that up. And now my theater, they chuckled at the song. I chuckled too. I thought it was funny. But when you really go and think about it, it is dumb. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Brian? Some negatives.
It's cringer not changing. I thought that changing the Bobcat was bad. I did think it was a little bit jokey sometimes. That I was like, okay, you can just get to the next point. I think Man at Arms, I would have loved I didn't like him being drunk the entire time. I thought that I would love a little bit more of that. But it didn't bother me like to a thing. But I do think that he could have had a little bit showing more of him being badass, because he's such a badass. I would have probably enjoyed that a little bit more.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to say real quick about what you said, Brian, just to go on for that. I think the second fight with Trapjaw should have been better, right? Yeah. It should have been a longer, better fight. That would have been better. So yeah. Exactly.
He shouldn't have first him losing Trapjaw, and then the fight, like he seemed like he's afraid of him and all that. I didn't like that at all. But it's a small little blip on something because the feeling of it just still hit for me. So even though I could say I didn't like those things, it didn't take the joy nor the fun out of the movie for me.
Okay. What were you, Brandman?
I think that some of the jokes, even though I didn't mind the jokes and the innuendos, there were some of them that kind of got like dangerously close to like Bayformers levels of obnoxious. So I could have done without that. I also kind of wanted a little bit more of Evil Lynn. I thought that Alison Brie was a pretty good cast. I think she did good with what she had, but I never got that. To me, like in pretty much all iterations of Masters of the Universe, I kind of got that, like that the relationship was like Evil Lynn was always kind of like playing in Skeletor's face, or like kind of being sycophantic towards his face, and in her own time she wanted to kind of overthrow him. It was like the Megatron and Starscream dynamic between the two of them. So I kind of wanted more of that. In the event that a sequel does happen, it's not too late to do that. So I hope that's something they kind of fix. And I would have wanted to see more of Battle Cat, not Cringer, but Battle Cat in his full armored glory.
You like that?
Yeah, and I think those were kind of my main things. What else? Yeah, I think those were my main ones.
Yeah. I see you guys in chat are saying like the Fisto jokes got carried away.
Oh, you know what?
One more thing.
One more thing. I just thought of.
What you got?
I did the whole Man-at-Arms becoming like a drunk recluse. I'm not quite sure how I felt about that. It kind of seemed a little. You're telling me in all of his history, this is like the first fight that he's lost.
Yep.
Or the first battle that he's lost. So does he fold like that? Yeah, does he fold like that whenever he fails? Because I think it just kind of seemed like a little. I feel like Duncan.
Drunk.
Yeah, I feel like. Bad. Yeah, I feel like Duncan would be a little more tougher and determined than that. And the whole being a drunk recluse just seemed really tropey, obligatory. They could have done something different. I think that would, having a failure like that would just increase Duncan's resolve to kind of kind of improve and not fail the second time around and do right by the king. So
yeah,
that was very tropey and cliche. They could have done something different.
Yeah. So, I said that people probably didn't want to take their kids to all the sexual jokes about fisting and dicks. Yeah, there was a lot of those, because there was like the whole thing. It was a ram head or whatever. Like, oh, I
ram man.
No, ram man. Yeah. So, that was there. Kind of what Brandman was saying. Like, I enjoy the overall goofiness and majority of the jokes, but there was a few jokes where it was getting to the edge of like, all right, you need to pull this back a little bit. So, if he does a sequel, 10% less jokes, like that. I think, especially from the side characters. Side characters don't need to do silly like that. Nah, it's an 80s cartoon to sell toys. The whole premise of He-Man is a joke. Like it's the whole thing is like his name is They even make fun of that. His name is He-Man. Like, what does that even mean? That's the dumbest name to give a superhero. It's like the whole idea of He-Man is stupid. But you love it.
When you were watching that back then, did you think He-Man was stupid?
No, but I was also 8 years old.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, like I thought I was gonna be a fucking astronaut or some shit when I was 8 years old. It was like, you grow up and you realize things. But also it's like that proves the point to what Adam was. You know, Adam came to Earth as a 10-year-old, and he remained a 10-year-old, and that's kind of what Travis Knight was trying to tell you as a fan is like, hey, remember when you were 10, you loved it? Well, go back to being 10 and just be that kid again. You know, be Adam, be like so oblivious to the world where, you know, a dude with a mecha neck is funny and awesome, you know, and I loved it. I loved how all the characters looked because it reminded me of being a child here. You know, it was like, but it was so the whole thing is goofy. You know, it's just that's what it was. It was a show to sell toys. You know, and that's what it was. It wasn't toys. The toys came first, and then the show came second. So it was like an ends to a mean. You know, so it was definitely, you know, goofy.
Yeah, because the shows really have no continuity or nothing to it, right?
No,
just like little episodes. Yeah, like it was just like
it just happened sometime. This what happened this week.
Mission and a mission, and you go and fight the bad guy. You go. Like, it was never, you know, like linear in that sense. You know, and a lot of it, like the early Transformers, early Voltron, early He-Man, it was just like, yeah, like. I haven't watched the original He-Man in a long time, but I don't think they ever gave him like an origin story until later on.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't.
Yeah, same thing with like Voltron. You know, it was like there's no origin story.
Yeah, they gave He-Man an origin story.
Not in the original, like first like couple seasons.
They had to come back and do it.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. In the 80s, they didn't give him an origin story.
That's why I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't remember. Until I got a little bit older with some of the newer
even
stuff.
in the original cartoon, his father's alive, right? His father doesn't die. His father's alive. It's only later on in the later versions where they ended up killing the king, right? But in the original, the king's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Randor was alive in the original.
In the original, but in that story, they showed where the sorcerers gave him the sword and told him to say the words. Because they were attacking the castle, and he didn't want He-Man power at first. Then when they were attacking Eternia, he went back and got it, and the sorcerers told him what to say. And he came. That's
not in the 80s one. That's probably later. That's not the 80s one.
I don't remember. I can't
any of that in the 80s one. Yeah, that's not the 80s.
You know, but I'm just saying, like as a kid, I don't remember. But also, it didn't matter. You know, because I wanted to see this dude be beat up. You know. Monster.
Skeletor.
You know, and Skeletor was a goofball, and I loved him being a goofball. So the whole premise is like is goofy, so I like the goofiness. It's just it was getting to the edge of like, all right, pull it back a little bit. Like, you're getting a little too much, like, you know, Love and Thunder ish. You know, for me, it's
don't
like,
go full Taika.
Don't go full Taika. Exactly. You know, maybe that's the Jared Leto in him that was starting to seep through. It's like, oh, you want me to go crazy? And everyone's like, whoa, calm down, man. Like Idris Elba's like, how about we don't go that nuts with it? But yeah, but like the big thing, I think Danny brought it up with the sorcerers, like things like that. I was like, you sent him away and you don't help him out, even though you know exactly where he's going. Like. They don't explain why she was a bird the whole time. Like, you could have done little things like, oh, she lost a lot of her power when Skeletor took charge. You know, like you could have did something small, you know, like that would have gave some more reasoning on why she just wasn't around. Like, you know, but it's just like a lot of little things. You know, the little wave hello, that was kind of goofy. You know, so it was like little goofy things here and there where I wish were more or less, I should say, less prevalent. But yeah,
because He-Man had his moments, right? Like when he's fighting Skeletor's army, and they're like, "Take the sword," and he was like, "Try it." You know what I mean? I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right?" So even though he had some goofy moments, he did have some actual moments where he embraced the power of the champion. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Okay, you think you're gonna take this sword from me? Come try it." And that fight scene was amazing, where he took on those old people, awesome. And they jumped on top of him, and he did and everyone that's classic. That's 80s, very, like, bro.
Old,
I loved it.
Yeah. But even I like the message where it was like, oh, the sword wasn't the power. You were the power kind of thing.
It was him. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So you got the juice now.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to say it. The soundtrack was amazing. Like I love the soundtrack. Like from the beginning, I'm like, why does it sound like 80s, like techno kind of thing? And then they did the Queen stuff, and then just the music. I was like, all right, this music feels very like cartoony 80s kind of style action stuff. So yeah,
I'm glad you said that, because I was just watching it. I'm like, yeah, the music's on point, but something is missing. We need the He-Man tune. And then right at the end, we got it. And I was like, there we go. Thank you for putting that in there. You know?
At the end, when they were doing the cartoon laugh, like the ha ha ha, I was like,
yeah,
that's at the point where I'm like, thank God you're at the end of the movie, because you're pushing your luck with stuff like that, you know, because I was like, I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing, but
that was kind of fun. I gotta like that.
Yeah,
when they did that.
Yeah, it was, but
you had to be careful, because if you kept on going, it would have been bad.
Yeah, that's why I was like, at least it was at the end. So, because if that was somewhere in the middle where I was like, oh, we're gonna get more of this, like I don't know,
like, oh,
yeah. The last like 2 minutes of the film was like, all right, whatever. You want to be a little goofy, I guess, but one another thing I didn't want to bring up, I want to see what you guys thought was the big cameo in the movie. We got the original He-Man coming in. Awesome. Like, it was very much like him passing the torch. He does the whole like his saying when he was in He-Man. I forgot whatever the hell it was. Yeah. How'd you guys like the cameo and the
thought it was
of the torch?
I thought it was good. I when I seen him, I was like, okay, Dolph Lundgren, they put him in here. I like that. You know what I mean? Exactly like you said, the passing of the torch, because that Dolph Lundgren one was garbage. So we compared them to, like, it was garbage. This is 10 times better than that. And I love the fact that they put him in there to pass the torch. I thought it was a good cameo.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Danny?
Name only.
Did you like the cameo?
Okay. It was okay. I thought it was more cooler that you know the little ugly creature that was in the original. They showed him in this one too. The one with the white hair that looked like a little gremlin in the face. Yeah, he was in the original. But I figured, I didn't know for certain that they were gonna that Dolph Lundgren being there. That would only be the right thing to do. So it was cool. It was okay.
They actually even showed one of the robots from the original, right? Fisto punched the robot. In the original, it's red, but in this one, it kind of was whitish. But yeah, they even had the original robot in there. I like those little Easter eggs that they put in there. Yeah, it was great.
Someone said that in one of the fights you can see Merman. I didn't see it.
It's not in a fight. He's in the background when they're talking. You can see Merman in the background. Yeah, he's there.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look again for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the good journey thing. Yeah.
See, when they were walking in that cave and they would start coughing, I thought that was Skunkor. That would have been funny.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah, because that was a kind of a ruined moment.
Like,
for sure.
Like, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. That would have been funny. I would have choked that.
Yeah. And we got Relic. What's up, Relic? It said Master Universe was fun, but it was bad because they had so much potential, but they tried too hard to be funny. Should have taken more seriously. 100% no. You don't take
absolutely not.
He-Man is not a fucking serious thing. This is not Conan the Barbarian. This is He-Man.
This is what happens when you take He-Man seriously.
Facts.
Yeah. We don't need that.
Facts.
We don't need
100%.
It doesn't need the Christopher Nolan.
Was it a little too funny at times? Sure. But seeing
don't go too far. That's all it is.
Don't go too far. Don't go full Taika.
Yeah.
Now if he gets another one, cut, like you said, cut it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Don't push on it. Be like, oh, people like this, it was funny, and now we're gonna go even more in the next one. No, don't do that, because then you'll ruin it.
Okay.
Because originally he may have a more serious tone, but I think it's the special effects and the story just wasn't good. But Skeletor was more serious in that. So was He-Man. But he stayed He-Man the whole time, and I'm having a power that it didn't have the same effect as this one did. This one is much better. I would have liked for it to be maybe 30 or 40% less campy or whatever descriptive word you want to call it.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like, do we want to finish with the ratings or do you want to finish with the post credit scene?
Post credit.
Yeah,
that's good.
Because I think you guys kind of figure out where we
I
all
think
stand
the
right
second
now.
was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. So we get 3 post credit scenes.
Yeah.
The first one is just randomly Orko, right? Really, really cool. You know, like funny. The third one, it was at the very, very end, which I think everyone saw it. Evelyn grabs the skull.
That didn't make sense. Why would they leave? Why would he defeat Skeletor? Leave it in there in Castle Grayskull.
Why wouldn't he just stomp it down? Or
why wouldn't the sorceress
Yeah.
put it in some kind of magical barrier or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, or it like got hidden in the rubble, something like that. But either way, they have to bring back Skeletor because, of course, they do. You know,
the
second one was the best one because it showed a lot more than I expected. I expected it, but not like that. Second one is pretty much we are getting She-Ra. We get a full back view of her. You know, I forgot the arrow dude, his name. He kind of comes up onto the side. You know, you get the Hordak stuff in the background. Yeah, I can't remember.
The Hordaks. Yeah.
The sword looked good.
Yeah, the sword looked good. She looked very, cartoon accurate, at least from from the backside. So yeah. So what do you guys? I know Dan said the second one, but what do you guys think about the one or all of the post credits?
I thought it was great because you could. So one thing I will say, and I think one of you guys said it or something I said, He-Man was a little bit OP'd, right? He-Man's a little bit OP'd, like the way he was mashing up Skeletor. So you think about it now, who's gonna fight He-Man? You bring in Hordak, you know what I mean? And they say Hordak is really powerful, so he can give He-Man a fight to where maybe He-Man and She-Ra have to go up against Hordak, right? Hordak brings back Skeletor, has Skeletor as kind of like his slave or something like that, and then we can have that. Yeah, exactly. And then we can do something like that. But I think seeing Hordak would be great. I thought it would be great.
People get mad because She-Ra got more powers than He-Man.
She definitely
be mad
does.
about that.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, they did that on purpose.
There'll be some men out there can be like, "Well, how they gonna make her more powerful?"
Yeah.
That's what she was.
That's
what the cartoon is. People don't understand the foundation of characters.
Yeah, and that was the whole purpose of creating her. Was like they wanted to get more girls, into
girls
toys. Just sell more toys to more kids, and you already got the boys, so now you go after the girls, and by doing that, you like make a really badass female character. But what about you, Danny? I know you said the second one. You want to add any more else?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Second one is the best. Of course, the third one had to do the third one because unlike Marvel and other stuff, they didn't kill the villain.
Thank God. Yeah,
coming back.
Good point.
I didn't have a problem with that, but to me, I was more excited about the potential they could do with She-Ra, Hordak. They could get a trilogy out of this if they play their cards right. And then also one of my favorite masters is Stratos, and they inferred that Stratos was having problem at his kingdom at the end of the movie. So they could do something with Stratos. Then they also could bring in what's the guy named the Cosmic Warrior, Normac or something, whatever his name is. They could do that too. So they got a lot of room to grow. And I think I read, I don't know if it's real AI or not, that they already greenlit or they're writing a second part of this. So I hope that's true. Because
that makes some money, man.
Even though I didn't like this movie, I need this movie to kickstart Thundercats. That's what I really want to see.
There you go.
I hope this movie makes $300 million. I don't know how it is going to make it because there's Juggernaut that's coming up next few weeks. But I hope if it can make 350 million, then we might see a Thundercats, and that's what I want to see.
Thundercats.
Hopefully it'll have a good second weekend. But what I've been reading a lot is that it's an Amazon project, and Amazon's really not looking at the numbers the way we are, right? Now, again, you don't want to lose money. Yeah, you don't want to lose half the money. But what they're saying is like Amazon may do it and put it on streaming. you know.
Yeah.
So if they
I
do it, they'll
wouldn't be a
put it on
bit
streaming.
surprised if we see He-Man 2 or She-Ra on
on the
streaming.
streaming service. Yeah.
Well, think about it. It's
said,
kind of an experiment, right? Because what movies are we getting? We're getting we got He-Man, and we're also getting Voltron. One's in theaters, the other one's gonna be on streaming. So for them, it's an experiment. They're gonna see, do we do the Warner Brothers and put everything out in theaters, or do we do the Netflix and just put it on our streaming service? So
and control the whole thing and not pay anyone else.
Yeah, not have to pay theaters, not have to worry about marketing like that. You know,
because they said that Amazon made $68 billion in advertising alone last year. Right, so that alone is like, okay,
that's Trump change for them.
Exactly. So like, okay, we put $200 million in this movie, doesn't make a profit. Does that mean we stop? And you're looking at the Rotten Tomatoes numbers, people are enjoying it, right? So a lot of people that's seeing it, other than Danny that I know of, liked it. You know what I mean? So
if you have to at least make your budget,
your sound like budget. I hate the movie.
I'm not saying you hate it. I'm just saying you're the only one that I heard that doesn't really care for it.
People,
you know,
people in the chat that agree with most of the stuff I said.
This Spoiler Kings chat. I ain't listening to Spoiler Kings chat.
Get them.
Our guys got the best takes.
I know about that.
But it's got to make at least its budget back, and I don't know, man. You know, not even hitting 30 mil opening weekend is rough.
See Amazon start buying up these properties, and I'm gonna be like, I want to see Thundercats and Silverhawks, and they're the only ones that can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said earlier when I told you, Danny, I was more of a fan of He-Man than Thundercats. Would I like to see Thundercats? 100%. But I was more of a He-Man fan than I was with Thundercats, you know?
That's because Lion-O, everyone thinks Lion-O is black. That's why.
Oh, yeah, 100% he's black. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
Panthro, not Lion-O.
Yeah, Panthro and Lion-O are black.
And Lion-O, they both.
Yeah, they both black, you know what I mean? So... Even Cheetah will probably
want to
black.
know what my favorite Thundercat. Tiger's always been my favorite Thundercat.
Tiger.
So
I got
Thundercats, Amazon doesn't own Warner Brothers owns Thundercats. They own all film, digital, streaming rights to Thundercats. So does Paramount make a Thundercats? I mean, they already canceled a Ninja Turtles project. So
now,
not after seeing these numbers, they won't. You know what I mean? Unless He-Man has a really good bounce back, not after seeing those numbers, they'll be like, nah, right? Because one thing we always talk, right. And I was gonna say one thing we always talk about, right, is when they make these movies, they usually make it for the younger generations, and most of us believe that they made this movie for our generation, right? 40 to 50-year-olds that used to watch it, and now if it doesn't make any money, it's like, well, we ain't gonna make movies for them anymore.
100%. Like, why would I do this? I'm gonna go big on Grogu.
But a lot of it too is placing. We talked about this on Storms Live. There is nothing in August. Nothing. They could have put this movie. They could have put
Spider-Man. They don't want to be near Spider-Man. They don't want to be near Spider-Man because this
when is Spider-Man? Like July
31st.
July. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I would agree with that if the first week box office numbers were more than they were. Then I would agree with that. But people just didn't go. Right? It got beat by Scary Movie. And I remember Brian was even like, Scary Movie is going to lose internationally. And it didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah. But you know what's hurting it too? First of all, the IP is not strong enough.
Agreed.
Second, this is prime vacation time. You can see it in every aspect. I was just talking to a friend of mine. This is the worst time if you a believer going to church. The churches is almost empty because everybody now is going on vacation. The towns are empty. Like the main towns, not the town that has a lot of tourism. The towns that are not tourist attractions, they're full, but the ones that's not is empty because right now from June to probably end of July,
beginning of August,
that's what's hurting them.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, that's part of it. Not all of it, but it's a part of it.
Yeah, because I mean, how many besides us? Well, how many people are going to go see a movie on vacation? I mean, I have.
Right.
I know Brian has.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
it was a good one.
It's we're
but no, you're correct too, right? When we talk about the He-Man IP as well, right? A lot of people didn't like the Revelations that was on Netflix, right? I didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it. So you have that, and then you have the failure of the first movie and a couple of cartoons that weren't so good. So to people, it's like, this is probably going to just be another garbage.
To coin your phrase, you about the only person I know that didn't like Revelations or Revolutions.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Look over here.
I thought y'all didn't like Revolutions or Revelations.
I liked it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I liked it, but I saw why people were really not.
Brand Man liked it. Did you like it, Brand Man?
Yeah, Brand Man likes it. Yeah, Brand Man likes it. You see, you did that first season and sidelined He-Man. That was it. That season is garbage. You don't make a Master of the Universe movie and sidelines He-Man. That's not character development.
It's no longer.
That's not character development.
We came back stronger.
Wait. We're talking about the 1987 movie.
No,
the
Kevin Smith, the animated ones.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought. I did. But I think more than anything, my thing that drew me in the most on that show was the animation. I love the animation.
Yeah,
animation was good.
The actual overall TV show.
The overall show. I like season 1 a lot more than I did the second one.
No, I like when transform at the end. Man, that was
you can't kill off He-Man, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
If I remember correctly, he wasn't dead. He was just kind of like comatose.
Yeah, but they sidelined him. They sidelined him for the first whole series, right? You see him in the beginning, it happens, he gets hurt, and then he's not in it until the end, and that just
he was in Valhalla, whatever they call it.
Yeah, that just ruins it for me.
And then the second season, they had him crazy, like he was a beast man, because he transformed without the sword.
It was horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people did not like it, yeah, for sure, so I mean, He-Man hasn't been good since we were kids, and we remember that just because we were kids.
One in 2000 with the Snake Man.
2001 was good. The 2000 He-Man cartoon was fire. I agree with that. Yeah, but that's the only one.
Yeah, I was always pissed off that only lasted 2 seasons because they could have gone a lot further with that.
New Adventures of He-Man, that was straight up.
They did the space one. Yeah, was it the New Adventures He-Man? Was the space one? Yeah, that was garbage.
He was like a pirate or something.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah. So,
all right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah. It's getting late. But hopefully we get a sequel. I know she says, but do we though? I was like, I hope so.
Yeah,
I want it,
we do.
But I don't. I'm looking at the numbers. Like, you need to get to at least 175 to be talk about a sequel. No one's gonna make a sequel when you can't get through your budget from filming.
What are you at now?
59,
53, 54.
Yeah,
globally,
like Scary Movie
54.
Yeah, Scary Movie doubled it up pretty much. You know what I mean? That's bad. But I'll say this. We may not get a sequel in theaters, but if they feel like people might like it and watch it, they may put it on Amazon because they may be able to get, the marketing subscribers, marketing.
What's the Eddie Murphy movie? Coming to America 2 came straight to. I thought it was pretty good. Wasn't good as the first one. It was okay.
Oh, I thought it was ass.
You said the first one? It's okay.
I said it was not good as the first one, but it was okay. That's
okay.
No, it's nowhere near the first one.
Yeah, but I don't. It was okay. I thought it wasn't that good. I thought it wasn't that good though. Like it was.
I couldn't even call it okay. You guys are giving it more credit than I do. It was the movie was friggin' pants.
I was gonna say it was something.
Like it didn't have the nostalgia, you know what I mean? It wasn't as funny as the first one. I thought they did a lot of things, like having him have that kid out of wedlock, even though it was before he got married. I like not really feeling that too much, you know.
I honestly don't even remember laughing at that movie. I just
There's some funny parts in there.
Say what?
There's some funny parts in there.
I remember sitting there. I think
Yes, it was a Snyder cut.
I think I spent like the first half of that movie just being really confused, and then the second half of that movie just getting progressively angrier at it.
Yeah. So all right, let's get back on track so we can finish up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah. We'll finish that there. You know, we'll keep an eye on, see how the box office goes. Maybe it gets better, get some legs and starts going at least for a couple weeks before, you know, Toy Story kills it. So we'll see. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Too goofy, funny? I don't know. Whatever you guys feel about it, let us know down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us when we got a bunch more movie reviews coming out. We got TV show reviews coming out because there's a bunch of shows coming out. A bunch of shows that are releasing this month. A bunch of movies releasing the next couple of months. So it is going to be a jam-packed summer for us. So make sure you guys come and join us. Make sure you check out Danny, Road to Wisdom, Anzo, Big Ford Entertainment. Make sure you check them out. I'll put the links for their channels down below. They do a lot of spiritual motivation kind of stuff, movie talks as well, Chaos Central. So Brian's always on there talking about From and
let's
stuff
go.
like that. So make sure you guys join them as well. And we appreciate you guys so much in the live chat. You guys are awesome. But stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic. All right.
Later, fellas. I got to bounce.
Yep.
Peace out, Danny.
Good night.
Enjoyed it. Later.
I was revolt. I'm like, you leaving?
Huh?
It's gonna be 3 o'clock for you.
It's 2:30, and man, it's not gonna be here before I wanted to be. So
it is.
Good night, man.
Good night, man.
It was fun chilling with you guys as well. Much appreciated. Thank you for having me on, and we'll talk soon.
All right,
later, Anzo.
Good night, guys.
All right, and we are also getting out of here because it is 1:30 in the morning for us.
So I am done.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Thank you guys all coming in, hanging out with us. You know, Fernando, Sheed, saw Lawrence in here, Relic, all you guys coming in. Even saw Deuce. I'm sorry, Deuce. I didn't even see you, man. Let's get another movie. We kind of brought that up a little bit, but we'll see. But yeah, appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Let's get out of here. We will see you guys on Thursday here, Spoiler Kings. We'll talk Spider Noir probably, and Scary Movie. See, we'll talk about the movie that beat He-Man. Is it better?
No, it's terrible. F that
movie. Oh man, there you go. Spoiler. But cool. Let's get out of here. Have a good week. Enjoy the nice weather. Hopefully no tornadoes or anything crazy wherever you live, but appreciate you guys. Let's get out of here. Have a good night. Later.
Peace.
Good night, everyone.